And here comes the Lancers the other way, and Bama a little slow to get up. That's Miller. He seems fine now. In transition, Clowney the flush, count it, and he is fouled. Back for Longwood. Here's Sears on the drive, got it into the lane, lost it, got it back, put it up, got fouled, and player coming out of Ohio University, played at Muscle Shoals before he went the college route initially, but now back in Sweet Home, Alabama, hits the first free throw, and his second one will drop in as well.
Careful around the basket with Alabama defenders flying in.
An offensive player went flying in there, and Sears had his layup attempt blocked, but he got fouled.
Same time, right now, much better offensively, especially when the threes start to fall. That's going to, ball don't lie.
Early in the season for all three teams on the court. On the drive, Sears lays it up and in for two off the glass. And he'll push it the other way, between the legs with the dribble, down the lane, the kick to Clowney, near side three, bottom.
Alabama getting stops out in transition, and even though the three balls have not been falling for the Crimson Tide, you got to keep shooting. Noah Clowney, the freshman, showing you his range.
There among the tall timber, he comes the other way for the Tide. He gets fouled by 1 and 1, and we'll talk a little more about the three-point shooting as that free throw is good. He'll shot in practice, and there's a whole lot larger body. Throws missed, and here's Sears the other way. He'll have it to the top of the arc and brings it out to the timeline near side. 20 on the shot clock. He'll drive against Grambling. Got mugged, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. 17. One of Sears, another rebound for the Tide. 62-44 Bama trying to get the lead to 20 for the first time. Sears got hacked, no whistle. Threw it to Bradley. Off the glass and in. Bradley, as he caught it and really just flipped it towards the bucket. He got leveled. A chance for an and one.
Leading the way with 14 points, played a half a defensive possession with one shoe. Very impressive.
Inside, great look. Bediako the flush on it above that as the Tide claims a miss. They'll throw a lob and the lay-in for two by Miller. To Griffin. Griffin swings it in the corner. Catch and shoot three. Sears, bottom. Only the third made three of the night.
Crimson Tide 3 of 28 from 3 last game. Sears attacking in. There's more of the hard work by Mark Sears.
By Robinson.
Robinson up to 5 points. Here's Ryland Griffin with the three-pointer.
Big time.
Gurley with the three. Hot from Cleveland. Miller. Long range, nothing but net.
Great backside hit by Connor.
Sears, right to Burnett.
Great pass.
Mark Sears, right to the rim, and one.
Nice.
11-second difference in between the game clock and the shot clock for Alabama. Sears rattles it home. Left open, left it short.
Great defensive possession by Alabama.
Mark Sears fighting his way in, and he picks up the foul.
Wrong comes.
Sears left open. Got it.
Very difficult.
Sears downhill draw. 2 shots for Mark Sears coming up. 14.
Good
Sears swings it to Griffin. Off the iron, Bediako with the board. Sears, long distance.
Bang.
Sears driving. Went to the left. The basketball has had 19 for the Crimson Tide. Sears, the spin. The score, Mark Sears.
Great move, great spin move into the paint for the end.
Knocking the baby.
Saying he's too small.
Mark Sears penetrates. Watch when he gets up in the air. He draws not one but two defenders. That's an easy dump off and an easy finish inside for Clowney, but all set up.
Second in the nation last year at three-point shooting 48%.
Oh, Sears is now just punch for punch.
It's a shootout.
There's neck and neck between these two up until about the midway mark of the second half. Here's Sears. Oh, that would look good from this angle.
Yeah, stepped right into a good pass by Miller. Knows how to play.
There's that hammer pass. Burnett got it. Gurley, or make it Clowney, pardon, with the offensive board. Sears.
Talked about his three-point percentage last year, second in the nation. He made 84 threes, so he's got a great release no matter where he is. And there's
5 of their top 6. And that's including their entire starting lineup. But Ray Harper restocks, reloads, coaches him up. Oh, Sears is beginning to really heat up.
You remember when Ray Harper, he went to the zone a couple times and then got out of it, right? They're better man-to-man defensively. Trying to clog things up, trying to help. Got to get to shooters, though, especially this one.
Extra pass. Sears. Full stop. 8 seconds. Sears beginning to initiate. Surveys into the paint. Stops. Got it. That bars as year plays out. Look at this. Alabama up by 25.
Sears was here so early before the game, and I was just hanging out watching him continually put moves on that knee and do some things that
clearly he's going to be on the minutes restriction. Sears at the line.
Plus, yeah.
That's pretty much at Duke. And oh my gosh, what a game that was. Beautiful passing.
And Clowney to the rim for Alabama.
But this front line for Nate Oates' team.
Another lob, another finish. Charles Bediako. Tom Izzo will put him on the bench with those 2 fouls.
Kohler's come in and done a good job.
A foul on the baseline. Mark Sears lays it in. Ends the 7-0 Spartans run.
And I love the calm demeanor that we're seeing from Tom Izzo, the Hall of Famer, Nate Oates, future Hall of Famer. Throw it down, big man, one time.
Noah Clowney dropped.
Well, you got another one of those wipes, or you got a key to the locker room?
On the drive to the basket to finish. Mark Sears for Alabama as we send it over to Myron.
Yeah, I thought they're anticipating the next move before it even happens, which is the way you have to play at a game of this level.
And they'd be even deeper as Nate Oates doesn't have Tom Welch just yet.
Beautiful.
As the stroke from Clowney.
Perfect. More they've ever spent the night alone in bed with a mosquito.
What does that have to do with it?
Think about it.
Rattles in.
It's just fantastic. This is the dream coming true for Phil Knight and the crazy idea back at Stanford Business School in the early 60s.
Mark Sears spinning in the game, and 1 for Sears.
Well, Dan Hurley telling us before the game, if they can control Brandon Miller and Mark Sears. I was surprised when he said Mark Sears. And Sears just bowling his way to the basket. Probably the smallest guy on the court. Although they say that Quinterly is 6'1" as well. Quinterly looks bigger.
They all look small to you.
Everybody under 6'10" looks exactly the same to me. Muscle Shoals. Yeah, I was there. Have you seen the movie Muscle Shoals?
I have picked up by Darius Miles. Here comes Alabama.
Jordan Hooker just put that over the top on the board.
And that ends the drought. Brandon Miller's first points of the night.
Langdon's going to have to come in. He's in there right
He's in the ball game right now.
Beautiful.
The drive and finish by Mark Sears for the lead Alabama, but since it's been all UConn. And that ends a 17-1 run for the Huskies.
And Alabama has. Alabama wants to play a super fast game, attack constantly.
And a quick 3, Mark Sears gets the scoring going in this one. From 6 Tar Heels, but as the 8th seed, they beat Marquette. Then they knocked off Baylor.
Then they beat UCLA.
They did.
Yeah,
St. Peter's.
Right.
And then Duke to get to the championship.
It was when they went down and out early to Houston.
And a turnover by North Carolina. Brandon Miller. Over to Mark Sears.
Beautiful. Brandon Miller up the court, handling the ball. Yeah.
Mark Sears seesaws in front. And knocked away from Baycott. Here comes Sears out of the pack. Jaden Bradley, the leader, and Alabama takes the lead.
Deliver the chocolate peanut butter, guys.
5 to shoot.
Great defense.
Mark Sears, the leader.
Offense is just too good.
11 for Sears to lead all scorers.
Last foul call. First foul was definitely a foul. Beautiful passing.
Charles Bediako lays it in.
McGuire Railroad from New York. Career averages, Billy Cunningham, 25 and 16 at North Carolina.
Ryland Griffin, a three. 6 first-half threes for Alabama.
Home control. The other team comes right back, 2 for 1 time.
Sears.
Beautiful.
Another three. That's 4 for Sears here in the first half.
Defensively. The offensive guys have got to finish. Whether it's Michael Jordan, James Worthy.
Shot desperately needed for Bama from Mark Sears. Before finally coming back to the Dean Dome against Georgia Tech on December 10th as a 3. Mark Sears, another one. Iowa State's and UConn in the PK Invitational Men's Championship was another 3. Mark Sears. Season high 23.
Oh my gosh.
Off balance.
Great defense, Bediako.
And a foul going for the rebound.
He'll save his life, but he'll give up a slam dunk.
It's tough 2 going in for William Kyle in the paint.
Nice move by William Kyle, taking his time. A lot of patience in the post.
Burnett, fastest man on the floor. Sears with a 3.
Wow.
Sears, long range 3-point back for Alabama. Sears again.
Game is moving forward.
Here's Bediako, the 2-handed jam.
The big body force him to a counter.
How about Sears?
There's a counter right there. What will do to respond?
Crimson Tide ball to begin the second period. Brandon Miller begins it with a 3-pointer. Sears with an answer for Alabama. Bradley to Sears. He does not miss.
Crimson, Houston the home white. It's Sears working off the screen, driving, dishing, far side, Clowney, 3, bottom. Great start for the Crimson Tide. Sears trying to work away from the bigger defender, throws it in the corner, Clowney, catch and shoot, 3, bottom. In 7 on the shot clock. Mark working against Sears. Tough shot, left hand, brick. Rebounded by JQ, and he'll come the other way. Flips it ahead to Bama. Sears cut off, and that is going to be a foul on the Cougars.
Great job by Mark Sears defensively against Trayvon Mark at 6'5", 6'6", giving up about 6 inches, but forced a difficult mid-range jumper.
Through the backboard that he's looking into. Trying to knock this one. Here comes the Tide the other way, down 8. Sears working top of the arc. Sears playing off the screen from Gurley. Gives it off left side, Griffin. Griffin driving baseline, trying to dribble away from traffic. Gets into the lane. Nice feed, Clowney. Nice kick, Sears. Spot up 3, bottom. Back to back. Bank first threes for the Tide. And
Noah Clowney, the hesitation move, got him free.
Nice move, Sears. Lays it up and in for 2. A beautiful. Shed hits both, and the crowd back loud again as Bradley will drive and give it off to Sears. Mark into the lane, tried to step through, got fouled.
In the second half of getting in the lane, it's been Jaden Bradley. Mark Sears a couple of times.
Front on the floor. Here's Bradley with the basketball. Dribbling to the near wing to Sears. Top of the arc. 3 for the lead. Bottom! Alabama takes the lead for the first time in the second half on the bank first 3 from Mark Sears. And
right in Davis's mug the entire possession.
Sears has it moved the other way, gets it back, and will go to the line.
Now,
Musselfus, 4 on 2. Sears with the dish, and it's kept alive by Miller. Sears with the left. Williams toying with it. And another miss from Memphis. Maybe had a foot in the paint.
Well, and I think he's got to get to the basket. We're always in my region, and they 8.5. You didn't know I knew Aaron Johnson, did you?
And Alabama keeping up the defensive effort that helped them to the win at #1 Houston on Saturday.
I want to play for him if I was thinking about the NBA.
5. Kendrick Davis trying to get aggressive, and Sears sends it back. The rim 2.
That's what happens when you're a former high school math teacher. You love the numbers. And he's got a great staff. Oh, that's a foul. That was as a kid, even if he wasn't a fan of Al. Maybe he's an Auburn fan. I don't know.
Well, it's funny.
They're in this game.
Off the screen, Sears used every bit of it.
Yep.
Quinterly skips it. Here's Sears. Foul number 3. Sears gets it. Is number 14. Number 8, Kansas by Tennessee taking on 9th ranked. Sears off the window. First game of the season for him.
How good is he going to be in the American Conference?
A little bit short, and the Zags are cold at the start.
But here we go with the race. They want to get into this type of game. Good no call right there.
Both teams still trying to find their stroke. This is Miller. Wide open splash.
No second away from Clowney, who can block a shot from time to time, but Strother just really strong enough to make it happen.
Half dozen for Strother's 3rd field goal. This is Beniaco, and he's fouled.
Good things happen, and then that allows you to open up a driving lane. Beautifully done by Gonzaga in their half-court sets. So there's the left again, and it's country
that have beaten 3 ranked teams, 10 straight regular season titles in the West Coast.
But free throw line and in, he's in the high 60s there with those types of shots.
Sears on a step back check.
Yeah, that's
going to need to be separation by teams when you get into SEC play as well. The road to the NCAA tournament is going to be a challenge for some teams. Oh!
That'll work. Pringle throwing it down.
Underdog, a competitive advantage when they start to believe, especially when you got Coach Mo Williams here with all this emotion. They gain confidence as the game continues.
DeMarcus Jones, nowhere to go with it. His pocket picked by Sears, back the other way. Tide hoping to stretch it out on this possession. We approach 15 minutes to play. Here's Sears.
Nice.
And they do stretch it out. Too long. Here's Miller. Right to the basket goes Mark Sears. ESPN app. Conference play begins on the 27th and 28th of December.
There's them to know when the guy wants it with the game on the line. And we just saw 2 of them. Mark Sears, as well as Ken Evans, joining Jackson State to get over that hump here down the stretch.
Sears with 11 points, all in the second half. Here is Sears on the run out. Thought about the 3, was tripped on the way to the basket, and that
freeze.
Razorback attack when number 10 Arkansas hosts UNC Asheville at Bud Walsh here.
Well, I can certainly relate. I remember going into Rupp Arena, and I think we were 16-0, and Kentucky had a sign that said 17-0, and it had scratched out, and it had 16-1.
High ball screen, that's coming up way short. Deshaun Davis was flopping, hoping for the foul, and here comes Sears quickly at the other end. Step through, and we'll get to the free throw line. Mississippi State has so far played this year. And
he breathes it, and if you're going to play, if you want.
Alabama now over 4 minutes without a field goal. Good high screen. Tolu Smith has been very quiet, certainly one of the keys. But still, you look at the scoreboard, and we're tied at 10 without Tolu Smith, number 1 in white, doing much. Step back jump shot, and that ends a long drought. Couple of free throws, and
that's how you draw up a transition three-point shot. Move the ball side to side. Do it.
Wow. Well, that's the difference in the score right now. No question about it. The number of points that Mississippi State has left on the board, and Quinterly coming right back and burying the long three-pointer. Good response as we come towards halftime on the previous play. Both free throws perfect for.
Remember, a big part of Mississippi State's offense is actually their offensive rebounding.
Got to be careful here now if you're Mississippi State. Boy, Alabama, 5th fastest pace. Davis absolutely.
And hold on now. 20 of the rebound is just as important.
Yeah, I was digging into the number.
Alabama to creep back in.
Well, that was a good possession. That was a good shot by Davis. Pulled up, as you say, a little pull and pop. Just came up a little bit short. Look at the answer at the other end. Yeah, that's a killer. That's a killer right there.
And you do got to recognize, if you are Mississippi State, you got Brandon Miller that wants to catch and shoot. He's got a lot in his toolbox, Brandon.
Alabama fans who've made the short 90-minute drive over from Tuscaloosa as Sears knocks that one down.
Sears measures up a deep.
Livingston had it ripped away by Sears. He'll push wide open and a flush. What a start for the Tide. It's 6-0 on Clowney's flush. Alabama.
Yeah, the guards are scraping down and getting involved in the fight on the glass, which you have to do against Kentucky.
Bediako had it deep in the paint. That's another dunk.
And Shibwe cannot come off of 14 in white. Because if he does, that length becomes a jumping contest and 14 wins.
Sears kick all the way to the top and the three for Noah.
That's okay. I like the play call by Cal. Trying to get Toppin going in this game offensively. He was tough. He was determined. Just didn't get the drop.
Mark Sears,
which is outstanding. And then a guy like Sears, a little bit of a forward jumper, but he's scoring and gets space.
And forced him into a turnover.
You got a pro on you today, Brandon.
Fierro lost the basketball, and big-time numbers now for Alabama. Sears will pick.
They love seeing what's going on with Toppin and Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
What does this guy do when it doesn't go his way early in the game?
Between Shibwe and Toppin, Oscar's got 1 rebound, and you're down 2.
Yeah, on the road against the 7th-ranked team in the country.
Livingston, good hands. That's done by Sears, and here's Clowney. And he will get hit.
A big possession, doesn't it, for Kentucky?
And Reeves looking around, gets it in the hands of the point guard, Wheeler to his left. The kick, Collins. No good. Shibwe, offensive rebound, and he had it picked. Here's Quinterly. Pretty play, and a chance for a three-point play.
Screen for Wheeler. Either Collins or Shibwe, either one. Let him turn the corner.
Wheeler, another turnover. And that will not count as they...
Team, think about this. Alabama won at Houston. And Brandon Miller didn't make a shot in the ball game other than free throws.
That's a 3 off a missed free throw. That's the way it's going for Alabama right now. Nate Oates telling the crowd to get on their feet. Sears into the body of Oscar Shibwe. What a play by Mark Sears. Got the last 5, and he's got 8 overall.
I'm not so sure. My first call wouldn't be to Nate Oates.
Now Jay Wright's another name that gets
I don't see him doing
tossed
it.
around. What a play there. How about Sears taking over the game offensively? Jacob Toppin. There is no Shibwe on the floor, and Sears is feeling everything, and that one does not.
They had a feel-right game and a get-right game against Louisville, who's awful defensively. His teammates, he loves college. He's a very likable guy. He has that it factor that's going to make him a great pro.
Wow, so does that guy. Sears buries a 3. That's no good. Kentucky, not only have they been defended well, but the open shots haven't fallen, and especially from 3. They're 1 for 9 in the second play to Kentucky. So is his opponent Bediako today?
Noah Clowney has 6. Mark Sears has 6.
Look at the hands around Shibwe in the paint. Look at the hands around Shibwe. The pull-up, Sears. No good. That is Noah Gurley.
About that free throw discrepancy, who for Kentucky can put pressure on you defensively that is a foulable guy?
Long 3, bottom. Rylan Griffin, the freshman, steps into it out of Dallas, Texas.
Alabama against Kentucky on Saturday. They turned that thing into a foot race as many times as they could. Both teams love to live in the paint.
By Sears to just go into his body to pick up that foul. He's an out. Stay down until he goes up.
As a no-fear defender. And just a tough cover, is he not? I mean, late Alabama not afraid to switch and late recover because Arkansas, again, they don't make threes.
See, that's the kind of turnover you just can't. The ball goes inside, and there was no split. There's got to be split action when the ball. Graham, they were one of their last 11, and still just 2 possessions down.
Eric Musselman going isolation ball, empty corner for Devo Davis. Play for Arkansas. Just forced himself into the game. Did counsel on that drive.
They did a great job of using that screen by the elbow, and when he gets downhill, he's such a dynamic athlete, but even in transition after a made back.
You're Eric Musselman. You've told Devo Davis, do not let Brandon Miller get going in this first or second possession.
Really good rebound by Mitchell. Whenever Bediako goes after a block shot, that's going to open up the weak side offensive glass.
Yeah, that lack of a 3 ball by Arkansas may be the difference in this game. The ones they've had. No step up off that second defender, and Council's just going to rise and fire for a clean 15-foot shot. That's what he did before he transferred to Alabama. He stuck that 3 ball at a high 30% rate, talking about Gurley. Musselman's concerned about the size of Alabama. Ballot on the glass, you got to.
This is an important sequence, I think, for Arkansas.
They
give up a wide open 3, just helping on the drive. That's just a simple little.
You can go with drop coverage if Bediako's on the floor. You can't go with drop coverage now. They're going to throw it back to the shooter every time.
That's exactly the point. But with this,
that is a shot, bad pass, turnover, however you want to call it, not valuing the possession. And every single time you take a bad shot or an errant pass, man, that just triggers the run game for Alabama. It's a shot by Arkansas.
Now Anthony Black going to come back into the game. I think
because right now they are not.
And this is one of the out of the rotation. He's gone for the season. Just had surgery on the 29th of January, so he's gone. But to have his ability to shoot, make defense on Brandon Miller has put Arkansas in the position of a 1-possession game down the stretch.
What a play! What a play to run Clowney to that corner.
And you help,
but his ability, Jay, at 6'9", to violently cut into a jump shot like that, dudes will make a lot of money.
So good off of screens, and a little drop off by Black, just taken away. Close quarters, you got to complete that play.
Wow, that is something spectacular. Back-to-back threes on the move by Brandon Miller. Jay, he has a little bit of a low release. But man, can this dude shoot it? This is going to come down, I think, to Alabama and Tennessee. They're just better than everybody else in the league right now. That may be proven wrong.
Workouts are still available if you're interested. And I think the fact that not only the fact that you've been wearing the same win. Yeah, this is a great win for Alabama to come into a hostile environment and come out with a win. They've had a number of toughness wins. The bar must be quite low.
Bediako fights for another rebound. Here's Sears left open. Got it! Mark Sears with the 3 coming off of a season-high 26. Alabama has attempted as many threes as LSU has attempted shots. Sears with the steal and the finish.
Tom, he is such a huge pickup out the transfer portal.
6 steals and drew 7 fouls in that game. Finished with 16. Push ahead. Big fella running the floor. And he goes! Charles Bediako will try to make it a 3-point play. It is a little used. KJ Williams couldn't finish.
As good as Williams is as a shooter from 6'10", he's not hyper-athletic around the rim finishing. And Sears, I'm telling you, his stroke on the floor right now together.
Alabama's made 10 threes in this first half. There's a strip and a chance to run. 5-on-3 for Bama. Gurley right down Main Street. And he'll draw the foul. Here's Sears. Whoop.
Doesn't take bad shots, which tells me he's a high IQ guy. No, he knows how to play.
Win for FAU.
They're really
Dusty
good,
May.
aren't they? Have a terrific season.
Second longest winning streak next to Charleston. Sears. Ward is off the mark. LSU team, which did not shoot the ball well against Florida. And they found offense.
As a kid, to me, he's a freshman, but he is having so much fun, and he likes to really mess with the upperclassmen.
2 slams in a row. Charles Bediako. True freshman, missed most of his high school year with a foot injury and then had to rehab from another injury this summer with Alabama. Quick up ahead to Sears.
Sears has got to find a way to get to the rim.
Stuck in the double team on the baseline. Kick to the corner. Guess who is waiting? Brandon Miller. Their ranks first in total rebounds per game, 10th in rebounding margin.
67. That middle ball screen action, there's a mismatch. Trey Thomas is down low with Bediako, but it doesn't matter.
Turnover. Stolen away by Diarra. Diarra leading the break. Probably not a good idea. Now Bama numbers the other way. Alley-oop. There's Miller on the flush.
It does not take the Tide long to kill them. And I think that's what you mean when you say rock fight. You see how aggressive they are in that trap? They don't want anything easy.
Sears. Beautiful take that time by Mark Sears, a transfer from Ohio.
Muscle shows Alabama in the building. He brings a lot of poise to this team from the point guard position.
Hodge tried to angle it in down low, but Sears read it. Clowney. And then an even better effort by Sears as he gets the steal and then gets bumped and fouled by Noah Carter.
North Carolina 4 overtimes. They're ready. And so is Mizzou. Right? But Kentucky's a different team.
3 from the wing. Tide remaining chilly from behind the arc. 1 for 12. And then look at that shot. Hoop in the heart for Mark Sears. Smallest guy on the floor. Doesn't matter. He gets the and one.
That's that scrappiness that I talked about, and Alabama brings that to the table just like Mizzou does. Noah Carter got a little comfortable, and Mark Sears with the focus and the poise to lay it up and in.
Boy, have they gotten all they bargained for with the transfer from the MAC, Ohio. Remember, Nate Oates knows a thing or two about the MAC conference.
Much like them in a combination of size, length, skill, and athleticism.
Yeah, they can take your breath away, particularly in the opening minutes of the ball game. Handed, but still has made this a very entertaining first half.
Like the trap.
Sears bottled up, somehow got out of it, finds Clowney on the runner, and that will bring us to intermission. And Alabama.
So many good quality backcourt players. Bradley, Sears right here. Brandon Miller. And Nate Oates has been the same since he got to Alabama. I remember the first time going over there to one of his practices. He's been humble but hungry, as his team has been here this evening.
Mark Sears back in the game, going to run some point for Bama. Clowney in the corner, open 3, Griffin. Diarra to Hodge. Hodge can't get it to go. Tough break for him as
fan basis.
You know what I'd love to see, and maybe it's out or what have you, and then some schedules are front. How would a team in college basketball than Alabama? Who the best team is always suggested, always subjective.
Sure.
But 1 through 10, 1 through 12 for that matter. Who's more talented than Alabama?
And I've been there as a player before when you mentally try to prepare jump shots that they were knocking down a little bit more challenging. But man, they came in with their Nate Oates hard hat and played extremely good basketball.
Team, not this Alabama team at all.
Elite success. And now that Alabama.
First start of the season, 29 starts a year ago for Mississippi State. Another turn. They got underway. It just harkens back to all those classic matchups from the 1990s where it all got started. Held ball, this time it goes back to Alabama. Smith
to start 14, 15 feet from the basket.
8 points, 3 boards for Tolu. Smith also the block at the rim. Sears A dump off. Pringle and a chance for three. Now the junior from Seabrook, South Carolina.
I love the helper inside. After the penetration, attract the big man, find a teammate. Take another look. Here's the drive. Sears feet in the paint, attract the big, dump off pass. Pringle for the and one opportunity.
Started his career at Wofford, then went to Dodge City Community College. He's waited for his minutes to come this season, and from what Nate Oates told us today, his attitude's been great, what you love to see, and kind of finding his role.
How about Pringle on the year now? On the year, 18 for 19 field goals. And here's the zone again.
Boy, Clowney wide open. Sears couldn't spot him. And this time it'll be Pringle. The easy dump, the lead down to 6. Right. Sears led the MAC in scoring last year at Ohio, was pushed. Sears blistering 81% at the line will get
one going on right now against A&M.
That game on ESPN2.
Not enough movement though. Too many people in one spot.
Sears outside the Griffin, off the fake. There's the floater and the bounce. Can Sears do it? Griffin. Yes, he can. Ryland Griffin from deep, and Alabama has the lead for the first time. Under control. Sears wills it in.
Big shot missed. They're missing shots in the paint. Godwin couldn't convert with the left hand. Easy one. Sears,
that's
man.
such a good play. That dribble. And Alabama has pounded the basketball. They've tested the air pressure in the ball for sure.
Sears penetrates and an easy teardrop. 5 of 7, 13 points.
He is a tough shot maker at the end of the day.
Sears will launch right on, and he buries it. And maybe Alabama. 32 pounds, Porter Mosier getting the crowd into it. And again, defense extended out high. Sears into the paint, uses his body to lead into Uzon, and he knocks it down.
But do work. Yes, the Rabbi, his ability to handle that ball and stay low, and
they were kind of letting him sit on now.
And when he's able to put it on the floor and knock down mid-range to go along with this three-point shot, he's a challenge to deal with.
Starting 5 for Alabama, and that scary length in the front court. 3 from the corner is buried by Mark Sears, a transfer from Ohio.
And we talk about the freshman scoring, but Mark Sears is far from a freshman. Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Ohio University transfer. Needs to play better for them because he's the quarterback on the floor.
Studi loose on the handle, scooped up by Sears. Great pass inside and a bucket for Bediako.
I believe that much in him. But as a freshman, right, the biggest challenge a lot of times is consistency.
There's some consistency from behind the arc. Bama already.
By Trey Thomas.
Well, that stops the bleeding. The Commodores missed their last 12 shots. Miller pulls the trigger on a 3. Hey, not one guy, but 2 guys.
Yeah. He's 2 Taylors, huh?
Bediako. Another drought. This time it's 0 for 8. Shooting 12% in this first half. Drive and kick, sets up Quinterly. Got it.
Man! When they are on...
A cut man. Right now, Liam Robbins needs a good cut man.
Well, listen, he just got more cuts in that headshot than Mayweather's had his entire career.
Field goals.
So if you're the Commodores right now, the Tide's shooting 50% from behind the three-point line. You have got to try to run them off of the three-point line.
A classic get to the locker room. I almost have a little bit of maybe amnesia if you're Vanderbilt and just put together an entirely different second half because I
had a lot to say at the half to try to inspire his team, but the big thing is Liam Robbins is back in the game. But that's not the way to.
He'll give you a couple blocks here and there and some highlight slams. Gurley measures up another three. That's a dozen. Sears gliding, dicing, and draws a foul. You of anybody you played with or against. Stack very was now with the Utah Jazz, but he said he reminds him a little bit of one Rudy Gay.
Points off of turnovers.
They were 14-0. They won 16 of their last SEC network. It's Auburn, Georgia, and it's Hay. Sears, dipsy-do.
Was a little upset, not saying anything to him, just allowing Pat to relax and cool off. Not looking at him, not talking to him.
There's Burnett for three. Look, time heals, right? Yeah, just time always heals.
Nice job of using the side or corner pocket ball screen where there was no
12
game,
and 1,
right,
yeah.
to Kansas State in overtime.
A couple of fun seasons with John Morant. A lot of his points from close range.
We still don't see Charles Bediako in this basketball game. Bediako in ball screens defensively, he's doing it.
Oh, man, you just can't.
He's got a size advantage.
Now it's Hayes, has to improvise, puts it up, blocked. Shot clock expired before that bounced down to Sears. It's a two-possession game now. You're in that, difficult decision time where you let...
Try to pressure their secondary handlers. But with Alabama,
that's why you hear a lot of Final Four.
Tom, his team early defensively on their heels. Alabama moving that ball, getting anything they want. They go under a shoulder jump hook.
So if you're going to make them go left, you make them go left and then left again. Sears with the three. Brandon Miller, top scorer in the SEC. No. This is Sears with a drive. Miller hit a three.
That first-class section, but whoa, Nelly, you got at Auburn and Tennessee next week, and I think Vescovy made a mistake if I'm not. Wow,
there's Miller for three. Clock at 3. Sears with the left, and he kisses it off the glass. A 52-point first half. 6 from the free throw line in the last minute.
Yeah.
And what was the biggest game of the weekend in college basketball?
He did not make a field goal in that game.
That's right.
Brandon Miller.
There's a 3 by...
Surprising, Texas A&M was not great in the non-conference, but man, they've been good in this league in SEC play. And Tennessee now to really solid, trusted defender. Still can improve, but older guards like Sears and Quinterly, man, that's such a great value. Alabama in any of the big games that they've been in. Alabama.
On quite a roll, but Alabama's hung around, started to make some shots. And Cardwell had to take it away, and it's out of bounds to the Tide. Green. But Jalen Williams coming in and knocking down shots. Auburn needed to hit some shots to win this game. From Georgia, and Bruce Pearlie used to call him, he's our psychopath. Menace tells me all the time. The pride of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Well, Reese, Williams stealing it. Might have been a bit of a heat check 3 right there, and he's still down. He was late getting back to his feet, and it leaves Sears open, and Alabama cap. The transfer from Ohio. A real stable veteran presence in the backcourt for the Tide. Out of bounds, still up so far today. Not surprisingly. Oh, and a bad break there. Cardwell was up there, but it was still on the rim. Oh, and in transition, Miller with a finish.
And give credit to Mark Sears. He shot out of there like a bullet. And all of a sudden, it's an advantage situation, basically 3-on-1 for Alabama. And watch him when he gets the ball. He is gone. And Allen Flanagan backpedaling and paid the price. There are no posters anymore. What is that, an NFT?
Not there. Flanagan looking for the foul. Here comes the Tide. Sears with a burst of speed, and it's a 2-point game.
What a crossover and change of direction by Mark Sears. And he's another transfer portal guy that under-recruited out of Hargrave Military and went to Ohio and led the MAC in scoring. He's proven he can play for anybody. How do you guard that?
Clowney all alone, the assist to Katie Johnson. And a great pass by Dylan Cardwell as well. Cardwell the rebound, but has it taken away by Sears. Bradley with a jump stop, and Bradley defended well by the freshman Donaldson. Getting louder and louder by the possession as Sears
played quarterback and defensive back. You know who his coach was in high school?
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward.
Sears is heating up. He started off quiet. Alabama ball, and they're running. Sears around Johnson, and now Alabama leads.
Alabama's starting to get its pace now. Job by Katie Johnson negotiating that flare screen.
Now Sears gets free and draws the foul
from the free throw line, heading into these two for Mark Sears.
Green cross court. Johnson wide open. Rebound Flanagan. Up. Not in, and down with it is Clowney. Boy, more opportunities on the offensive glass for the Tigers, but they come up empty, and Griffin with a flush at the other end.
And Bruce Pearl unhappy. He thought with all that contact there was a foul on the rebound. But Alabama took advantage of it and got the easy one the other way. Take a look. Janai Broom there to grab the rebound off this second shot opportunity. And there really wasn't a ton of contact there. But a great shot fake by Ryland Griffin to be able to get to the basket, and Bruce Pearl not happy with it. But I'm not.
Probably Leah Boston's the best player.
Alabama has numbers now, and Burnett lays it up and in. Tough shot. Coach at Alabama want to push, and Bradley does. There's Sears again with a ball fake, and a rare 2-point mid-range jump shot. In and out. Clowney in traffic. Rips down the rebound.
Those are not easy shots, that little short corner jumper.
Miller wide open, splash.
He just doesn't miss those. Mark Sears has not been able to get an open shot all game long.
Under a minute to go. Quinterly will fire the three and hit nothing.
He has just been incredible in his first run as an Alabama Crimson Tide member. So the Crimson Tide to start things off with the three, and it's money from Mark Sears, who's shooting. Working on Moncrief. Kick it out to Bradley. To the corner it goes. Clowney can't get it to go, but Bediako keeps it alive for Sears. Perfect.
Just one of the best reads. It looks like they can keep him in front a little bit better, but again, the ball movement and these kind of shots are killing.
Oh, my goodness. It's short. Bediako with the rebound. They give it to Miller, off to Sears. Kick it to Clowney. Baseline. Good screen up top by Anselm. Rolls to the basket. Rob Juice Holt on him right now. They'll switch it. Abdul-Rahim out there defending Miller. Sears left wide open. Good ball fake. Another three on the way. Oh. Clock horn sounds. Here's a run out by the Tide. Bradley kicks it. Sears rips the net.
Again, best team by far.
Just 1 of 8 on their three-point tries. Here's Sears. Kick it to Clowney. They start the second half much like the...
A lot of minutes in the SEC aren't truly freshmen anymore, but you just with the Georgia, somebody like Quendo who struggled from the three, maybe he can get some.
He plays so many games, but do you remember the worst beatdown you took as a college player, whether it was a freshman year at Notre Dame or when you got to Arkansas?
I think the first time that
they stuck it to you.
Put it on Misha, Michael Young.
Yeah.
Been
trying to find an open look.
Really nice job defensively, keeping the ball in front.
Sears dumps it down low, and there's Bediako on the finish. It hard. Good defense walling up by Alabama. Miller left alone. Miller knocks down the three.
Catch and
5 ties, 5 lead changes. No team has led by more than 7 as Brown turns it over. Quinterly full throttle, leading the break and finding Sears on the layup. Bama back on top.
Terrific job of Sears running the floor, and Quinterly putting his eyes on the rim. You put your eyes on the rim, you see the floor. That's really good execution and transition off the turnover. They want to get to the paint. They want to shoot threes by getting to the paint. That's how they get those open threes. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Transition.
And Mark Sears has been quiet. The transfer from Ohio has been a terrific addition for this Alabama team this year. 7 on the shot clock for Sears. Sears attacking and gliding right to the rim.
How about
iron? There's Miller to grab the carom. Into front court quickly. Burnett on a triple. Missed it. Alabama's gone cold from the arc. 1-point game.
Yeah. And that's not easy to do. And when you work as hard as Nick Smith does, he has the respect of every one of his teammates. He was the first guy to walk into this gym today about 10:45 for a 1. Anthony Black in the background with a 2-ball handling.
Win to Mackay, who's on the bench at this moment.
Tom, appreciate just the fight level of Walsh to get the ball up on the glass and allow an offensive rebound. Bam!
Sears is able to find Pringle. He's got hops for days.
Alabama is so good off that empty corner, naked roll run to the rim that you have to account for.
And a Miller, 24 in white, waiting for the screen. Here's Sears. And they say it came off the window. They'll count it. Council a hair late.
Tom, that is really, really good action, though, by Alabama. And the NBA scouts question in November and December.
Coley, what Nate Oates have to say at the half?
At the half, guys, Alabama head coach Nate Oates basically said, hey, we're making the wrong decisions at the rim in the first half. We've seen to this point that they are making those decisions better here in the second half. Brandon Miller attacking the rim, clearly trying to clean up that offensive end. And to Arkansas's point, well, here you go. Another good decision at the rim.
Supposed to.
Here's Mitchell. Nearly walked. Walsh into Welch. Lost it. Alabama looking for the lead. Massive run. Arkansas is putting together an answer. Into the corner for Black.
I think he's okay.
Sears. Yep.
I think he's okay. Game pressure, it's still on him.
Miller waiting in the corner. And Black got... It's usually a stat that Arkansas has success with. 2 hours and 7 minutes into the game. Alabama breaks the press. Sears did it, and then he tried to jump through the double. And they'll charge that to Jordan Walsh, which is his 4th.
Pinion does now for Arkansas. If you're Alabama, you cannot come off this kid. I know he hadn't played all game.
Sears hounded by Smith. They switch.
Well, if you're Arkansas, you don't foul now. You've gone this long.
Today. Six-point lead. Wow, that was it. Arkansas out of timeouts.
Point game with 22 seconds to go. Nick Saban going to face guard, switch everything, fight as hard.
Smith with a Sears 7 of 8 from the line.
And for 7 from the 3-point line. Flanagan, the primary defender on him, as Auburn falls asleep on baseline, out of bounds under. Just rips the ball from Miller.
And he lost it.
Shot clock, or pardon me, the game clock's at 5 here at the end of the half. Sears on Moore. Sneaks it in.
What a take by an older guard. Didn't risk the pass, kept the ball in the middle, Tom, take away the help, and just fought for a tough 2. Second 20 minutes.
There have only been 8 #1 teams in the country of the last 2 years. Both of these programs have reached that ranking. Auburn last year, Bama this year for just the 2nd time ever. Miller waits in the corner. Sears for 3. Got it! Green with the burst. Bradley's got it. To take the lead to single digits, it's Sears. Sears probing past Flanagan. Got it. Once again, Bama makes it a 1-point game. Green in traffic, too strong. Quinterly's got the rebound and a spin move. 4-on-2 Bama. To Sears for 3. Got it! The lead is 5.
That is Alabama confidence right there.
Alabama 1 for 6 from the floor and trailing by 6. Sears on the inside tries a crazy underneath shot, but he did draw the foul. Of that tragedy is unfortunately going to follow them along. Sears at the free throw line. Get that good look from 15. It might help you along.
Keep the ball in the middle of the floor, yes, and make plays.
And the lob by Quinterly. Beautiful pass. And the finish by Pringle.
I think what Nate Oates is looking at now is
he and Taylor both knocked down threes here in the last minute or so. Griffin to the free throw line. And Griffin, the freshman out of Dallas, his 2nd of 2. Got it.
Quinterly in a horn set.
Clowney almost walked. Sears a triple. Got it.
Great pass by Clowney.
Robbie Natos told me yesterday he was going to put Javon Quinterly in the starting lineup. He was tired of his Alabama team getting off the slow starts. He loves the offense from 5 and white. Bam, there it is.
Sears with the left, great dish. Bediako. Great start for Alabama.
Coach believes his team has responded well. He said it's been heartbreaking on all accounts. He said there are bigger things in life than basketball, but my job is to lead these young men, and they've needed a lot of leading this year. And guys, there's some breaking news nationally that Brandon Miller just got added to the Naismith National Player of the Year list.
Miller, as the shot clock heads to 9. Quinterly one more time. That's short. And how about Sears ripping it away? Walk the length of the court. He was a baseball player. That was his first sport.
Brandon was.
Yeah, and acknowledged that he probably was better at it, but the equipment, the uniforms, they stopped fitting so well.
Even the long pants were short pants.
Was too strong with the 3. Bediako has it. Sears, there you go.
Yeah, now you definitely need Taylor Smith out. Wins in junior college throughout his career, 132 wins over 5 years at New Mexico State. 3-time WAC Coach of the Year. Going to come up a little bit short.
Sears, the Ohio transfer, takes a bang from Brown. And now Kobe wrapped him up.
And I like Missouri aggressively right now on their switch.
Sears had a huge game in the first meeting. The game won by Alabama over Missouri 85-64. He scored 20 in that game. The junior out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
But Sears transferred in.
That's really no Division I offers came his way. And now he hands off to Clowney. He knocks down a 3. Push.
Griffin is going to get both ears filled with Nate Oates' voice at the next time out. I can promise you. It's hard. Missouri does.
They're making it hard.
They're making it hard, and they are embracing it.
Pretty play there by Sears. He goes with his right hand.
So he can play with other talented players. When he needs to dominate the ball, he can. When he doesn't have to, he can move it and share it.
So Quinterly and Gurley share it, and they get it to Sears, who pulls up and knocks down his first 3 of the game. He had been 0 for 7.
A little bit like Santi Vescovi with a left-handed sidestep 3. The shot fake sold it. That's what they got in this possession. They got Missouri in the defensive rotation. Now you're playing catch up to the ball, and just the ball movement's too hot. And look at Sears with that sidestep, quick shot. Ooh, right there, a little bit of a nudge. Holds that follow through, freezes it. Really well done by one in white.
Well, Clowney has been an absolute star for them today. He's got 19 on the day when no one else was shooting very well. And a today and made them all. His last 11 games, he's shooting over 8. Missed a thing.
In Dexter Dennis. He goes to his right, gives it to Bediako. Steps through, kicks it out to Sears. Open three, bottom, and what a way to start. A bank first three for Mark Sears, picking up where he left off, dropping his final three of the day yesterday. It's the Aggie man-to-man. He'll dribble to his right. Now he'll dribble back to his left. He'll direct traffic. He'll go down the lane. He'll circle away from trouble. He'll find Griffin right side three, and this one stayed down. The fifth bank first three of the half for Alabama, and the Tide leads 21-12 with 10:38 to go before the break. Almost long, controlled by Clowney. Outlet pass to Sears. On the drive, Mark to the trailer. JQ3. His world just limiting it right now. Jelly time.
And great job by Mark Sears getting in the lane. The defense had to converge. JQ wide open, steps into it, knocks it down, and listen to this Alabama crowd.
43-30 here in Nashville.
Pulled down by Miller, who snaps it over to the side to Sears.
That's one thing he can do, rebound and get down the floor, too.
Clowney with a three. Strikes quickly.
So good at making threes, too. Sears as well as
Literally to the corner, and it's 8-0. Only here.
Nice cover. Well, they really are well coached, this team.
It's Sears. Look at him slide to his right. Caught your eye, though, Raft, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here he is. One more time. That'll get your attention. Here's the start of the game. Now with 9.
He's only about 15 for the year. Most of his damage is inside. Don't leave him. Look at his number.
Straight times down the floor.
Well, assistant game, and anytime you get in here, leave that opposite corner open.
And in Corpus Christi.
And they got the roll guy and they recovered. Much better.
This pass. Quick fire, yes.
Shot. Numbers up for Greg. That numbers here could be a lot. Nope. He's got plenty of work.
Nice read, nice read.
Batted around, a scramble, and taken away by Bediako. Gives it up to Sears. Mark weaving into the front court. Left side will work it to Griffin. Ryland back to Sears on the wing. Goes baseline, bounce pass. Bediako the flush, and we're tied at 12.
What a beautiful play by Mark Sears.
As on the baseline, whips a pass. Great catch, Clowney in the right corner. Clowney spinning into the lane, into a double team. Needs help. Hands it off. Sears. Sears spinning. 2 on the shot clock, 1 on the shot clock. He used every, oh, wait a minute.
They're going to look at it. It was close.
And has it thrown away and stolen. Taken away by Hart. A bounce pass ahead. The drive. The block by Miller. And Bama will run the other direction. It's Sears in the front court. Sears stopping, looking. Brandon, you deserve it. Bottom.
What a defensive play by Brandon Miller to start the Alabama fast break. The recognition from Jaden Bradley. He was wide open. Brandon Miller gets his feet set and knocks down another 3.
Biggest lead of the night. Number 1 up by 10 with 15:15 to play. To the near wing, gives it off to Clowney. He hands it off to Sears. Sears getting into the paint, steps through, jumps off 2 feet, missed it, but got fast.
Small, but he's strong, able to get past the defender, use his strength to take the contact and get to the line.
Lefty free throw up and good.
He opened because the defense knows where Brandon Miller is. He got it to Mark Sears, who
to get a stop. Driving, leaner, missed. Rebound controlled by the Terps, but taken away by Sears. Mark comes out with it.
Season, and going to try to do it the last 4:12 of this game.
Inbounds pass goes to Sears. Maryland will try to trap where they can. They'll have to gamble a little bit with 4:05 to go. Quitterly, near side 3. Red, smoking, hot. Javon Quinterly knocks down another one in the Tide with 3:55 to go. Its biggest lead at 62-45.
A convincing win over Maryland in Birmingham. First-round victory over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Nearly a turnover. Instead, it's Sears to the rim, and he finishes.
And use the word.
Natalie is in. Mark Sears as well. Ladine negated on the inside. Gurley got the extension. Pringle is in as well. Whoa. And there's a foul dancing to the Elite Eight, 5th time in the last NCAA tournaments. And FAU crosses. King getting a piece. Trammell. Shot clock winding down. Miller can't bail him out. And the rebound tipped to the outside by Sears. And
about it yesterday. Said, guys, he didn't trust his knee early in the year.
Dangerous with those runners and floaters. Went for the thunderous dunk, but he couldn't finish it.
He just missed it. That's all he did. That wasn't deflected.
Sears, kick for Clowney.
Look the way they're coming to the perimeter again.
Miller, swing. Clowney thought about it from long range. Now it's Sears. Miller, catch. Jumper is good. That's a 3-ball. Using the screen. Clowney lets it fly. Off the rim.
Nice work.
Upstairs, Sears for the board. He skied for it. Sears forcing his way in, and he couldn't get it. It was a big-time score at Ohio, 19.7 points per game.
I'm wondering, based on the first half of play by his bench, whether Nato is really going to...
Players joining him, including Seiko.
Both of these teams know how to pressure the perimeter.
Sears knocks it free. Scooped up by Miller. Drives to the rim. Couldn't finish with the finger roll. Sears is there. No. And once again, Bediako working the... Kick it out. Clowney is back in, playing with the 4 fouls. Flick it over to Sears. Inside. The banker goes for Pringle as he cans it. No angle there for Sears. He's trying to force it. He does on a discard of Trammell.
Beautiful drive to the play on from there.
And they will. Sears short on a 3, right back to him. Alabama needs points in a hurry. Down to 1:22 left. Sears defended by Bradley. And a blocking foul with 1:18, the Elite Eight. The ball.
And shoot free throw.
Correct.
So
Sears, let's see, of 23 from downtown tonight. Floated in for Sears.
Yeah, they're going to get it to Miller. Nice drive for the basket.
Sears, good, and a foul. A rope has fouled out.
Likes to take their time, San Diego State. So now Nato has a...
The 1-on-1 is short. Rebounded by Alabama.
Not a bad idea to try to get to the glass.
Griffin gets a clean look. Missed it long. Sears is there for the follow. We've got a 2-point game with 46.9 on the clock.
Morehead State Eagles. First possession, Mark Sears going to work, swinging it out to Estrada. Welcome to Tuscaloosa. Lathan working in, loose on the floor. Pringle's got it. Alabama's got it. Sears around the screen. 7-0 run to begin this game.
Screen roll, stepping behind the screen and knocking it down.
Pringle to Sears. From Morehead State. Minix floating it high. Denied Grant Nelson. Here comes Alabama. Estrada.
And that was outstanding. You talk about
the back. Some more newcomers on the floor like Sam Walters and Muhammad Wagi. How about Mark Sears returning? State. 2 shots coming up for the Muscle Shoals native Mark Sears. Picks up the and 1.
This time.
Riley Minix with a lot of active hands this possession for the Tide. Shot clock winding down. Reitzel gets it off from nowhere. Nelson already with 2 3-pointers tonight. Works it back to Sears. Sears lost control of it and a foul.
Up, get it up to get to the free throw line for 2.
Mark Sears. 12.5 points per game last year for. Sears around the screen by Wagi. Sam Walters has that three-point attempt deflected, then Sears falls down and a foul.
It isn't about where people pick you. It's about coaching your team, getting better and better.
Mark Sears. Certainly play 1 through 5 for Alabama. Jaron Stevenson with the tray.
Yeah, as he wants.
Lathan knocked down the three-pointer for Morehead State. Stevenson. Another three.
That's the year that you want to see right there. Nice patience, nice wheeling and dealing, getting to the left hand.
Stevenson off the mark that time. Sears the offensive rebound. Nice finish inside. Jaron Thomas driving in, and the turnover. Sears draw in Lexington for Alabama and Kentucky at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Central, followed by 2.
Running their action, getting the switch they want. A little on a big, makes you pay.
Griffin gets Alabama. Estrada knocks it down.
Offensively on Grant Nelson.
Sears takes it himself. And we should note as well the stat that just flashed on the screen. That's 11 turnovers after that last mistake for Indiana State. Alabama trying to take advantage. Stevenson left side. Perfect. This already is the largest lead of the night for Alabama. Sears open. The lead gets.
Beautiful reverse layup.
Sears, Pringle, and he's fouled. Nick Pringle with 3, with 2. Mark Sears is fouled with 1 point.
Sure with your passing.
Sears fouled on
to make sure that he's going to be active on the defensive end. But both of these teams, you talk about, do a tremendous job, these coaches, of putting the players in positions.
Foul was on Bledson, who will check out. Here comes Sears. And he's fouled.
Positions to make strong and successful play. Go take a break on the bench. Hopefully he can get back in this ball game. He's a real difference maker.
Sears, that was Acra.
Foul.
Out of the inbounds, Nelson fighting down low. Nelson, he doesn't need
to stand in their bailout spots. When you drive, you got a cutter coming and a person shaping up in the corner. Outstanding.
Nelson uses Pringle, now feeds Pringle. Can't get the roll, but it's tipped out to Sears. Sears will pull up. 3 for
As of late, got a little bit off the bounce. That's his game. Take it a little bit closer and get to your sweet spot.
First points for Isaiah Swope since the under 8 timeout in the first half. Sears for 3. That's blocked by Waggy.
Outstanding, and he's sitting down on D.
Again, taking on Conwell. Good defense.
Man got away with a foul on that one. Lost his verticality.
There goes Sears all the way.
And Mark Sears.
Sears thought about it. And a foul.
Offense in limbo, drawing the foul.
For 7 free throw game against Morehead State. And now 7 for 8. Sears dancing. Sears off balance, and he's fouled.
Lincoln Memorial on the Division II level has been in a Division II now for his coaching career. Players are different than they were years for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Has not only Alabama playing winning basketball in an exciting style that the fans love to watch.
They love Mark
taking his time in the low post, getting over his left shoulder with the baby hook.
Griffin attacking. Finding Pringle, just couldn't.
The Jaguars land, shooting it effortlessly and confidently.
Nelson thought about a 3. Sears will take it and connect. Mark Sears. The floater.
Really good contact.
Freshman against a veteran. Excellent work by Marcus Millender. Sears, Nelson, he'll go the line.
Good cut. Excellent job in transition, getting back and loading up in the paint to keep Alabama from getting easy baskets and then showing bodies.
There's an Sears, Woggy. This time, Mark Sears, Nelson, yes! Sears to Nelson, Pringle with the finish. Jaguars trying to find some offense. Samuel Tabe against Nelson. The ball stripped away by Reitzel. Here comes Alabama. To Sears. He stays perfect. Mark Sears. Out to Reitzel. 3 again. Sears against Millender draws the foul. Sears only 2 misses at the line so far, including Chattanooga versus number 8, Alabama. And it's a full slate of it. Sears finding a wide open Walter. Sears using the window and a whistle blown. ESPN app. The schools will meet in football next week, but this week it's back.
Here's Pringle. Sears had room and gets the layup.
The cup.
Carmody, a feed down low. What a block by Pringle.
Wow.
Sears. Whistle. And
5. Started off with a little bit of a slow start, but the potential is unlimited for him at 6'10", 230 pounds, and a tremendous athlete.
The all-time series 7-3 against the Bears. Here comes Sears. Another nice. Sears, nice feed, but Woggy is blocked. And then Sears cleans it up.
Wow. Their progress and grabbing them and holding them to allow a little bit more free flow to the game.
Here comes Sears, man. He is feeling it tonight. I'm sure you've got McCreary. Michael Zanoni has been impressive. And so, too, is Jaron Stevenson. There's a... Griffin from the corner. That's a nice answer.
And that's excellent offense.
Sears looking for Pringle, and he's fouled.
Any player can get it off the boards, take it up and push the team in transition. When you have that type of ability, you're a threat from all over.
Mark Sears thought about the 3. He's been a threat from all over tonight. Now he'll drive. Another great take for Mark Sears.
In transition, stepped up and knocked it down.
Now Sears is fouled. And now Sears stands at the line. His first attempt of the night. And Sears, the senior from Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
And knocking it out. You know, this is a game that feels like Alabama is definitely dominating, in which in a lot of ways they are.
And there's Stevenson.
That's what he does.
Here comes Sears. Sears will pull up. Man, he can't be stopped. For Mark Sears here in the first half. He's looking for more. Now he'll kick. Cosby for 3. Of this first half. Here comes Sears. Mark Sears blazing on through. What a finish and what a half for Mark Sears.
Tremendous. You talk about a back-breaking effort. Dialed one up. Sears getting end to end. Grant Nelson found the right guy in Nick Pringle.
Sears doing what he did so much of the first. Sears 2 for 2 tonight from the line. And now 3 for 3.
Surveying the court with a nice mid-range J.
And a whistle and a foul on the bench. 5th in the SEC preseason poll. Kentucky, a team that a lot of people think could challenge.
Jay Wagner has the bloodlines. His father, ready to shoot.
Sears looking for Pringle. Whoa! Wow! After the other 3 took head coaching jobs. Sears fighting, and he's...
And with the graduate assistant and work that's been paying off.
Sears taking it down the left sideline. Sears whips a pass inside. Wagee lays it in for 2.
The defense came to Mark Sears, and understandably so. He's been one of the
way. Estrada crossing over, getting down the lane, getting to the rim, high off the glass. It won't drop. Rebounded by Pringle. He gets it back out to Sears. Sears splitting defenders, driving in and scoring for 2. Battle with it, throws it over onto the left wing to Thornton. Thornton had it stripped, stolen away by Sears. Mark trying to go on a run out, got fouled from behind. Estrada on the drive, hesitates into the paint, kicks it over to Sears near side. Spot up 3, bottom.
Aaron Estrada making things happen, got in the lane. Mark Sears has struggled, especially from the three-point line, caught it in rhythm and knocks it down.
2-point ball game, Buckeyes with the lead, but the crowd heavily wearing crimson rather than scarlet on its feet here in Niceville, Florida. For the arc, goes left side, whips a pass around to Walters, open 3, bottom. Drive and flip it to Sears, trailing. He'll drive down the lane. He'll circle under the basket. He'll kick it to Stevenson, near side 3, bottom. Reverses back up top to Key. He will hand it off to Bonner. Poked away and stolen. Bama with the basketball. Ahead, Estrada down the lane. Step through, layup is good.
Oregon. Mark Sears starts up top here for the Ducks. Sears takes to the rack. Dakota product, a big part of this Alabama team.
Effective.
Mark Sears kicks out, 3 straight away. Chance. Sears, goalie. Not about the fadeaway there to Evans. Instead, his entry pass comes to Sears. Mark, nice move. He hits the spin.
Work, and whoever has to guard him, I do not envy.
Front end of the...
Well, you know, he's a Bobcat. OU, oh yeah.
And universally for the Alabama players, why did you come to Alabama? Nate Oates style.
If UO could take him out of that.
Really is a dynamic new look for Oregon, both in the good news and bad news part. The injuries, yes, but Jackson Shellstad did make his debut last night. 8 points, 15 minutes. So a super talented freshman. Adding.
Wow, Cousinard is shooting the lights out right now for Oregon as they take the lead.
Another guy, what feels like everybody on this Oregon roster, is over. All the while, Mark Sears not to be outdone. After the shuffling of the feet, Bama gets it right back.
Referee, whether that was an over and back or a backward violation for Alabama, so they've continued about their business as usual.
Guard-driven team, but this could certainly help the cause.
Not going to look quite the same next year.
A lot of folks will be sad to see it go.
Great job by Quendo attacking that ball screen and heading downhill with a good finish.
ability to get to the free throw line.
English on the finish. Nice play. Step up over these next couple weeks with some production missing due to injury. Cuisinart answering the call today to get downhill and
goes 24-17, 24-17.
It's an Alabama team that has really been scoring, and one scoop to the hoop. And one. Estrada got it. In the SEC, averaging 20 a game, he has not scored. And Bama the other way. That one saved nicely as they swing it. Sears got it. Now Sears, Alabama looking to break at 25 all time. Sears, and he's fouled.
The other guard is chasing over the top this way, trying to run. It does inevitably open up drive and kick situations, but still, like, you want them to.
Loose ball, saved by Estrada. And they get it up ahead, and Sears.
You know, a lot of times, the difference between winning and losing teams are the players who are willing to sacrifice their body and get on the floor for loose balls. And there you had on that last possession, 2 out. That's guys just very comfortable.
He played at Glens Falls High School. That's the same.
And you talk about physical. Purdue is physical with Zach Edey and the way their guards play. Lawyer and company, they're really good.
Sears.
Chase Hunter and you talk about PJ Hall combined for 8 points in the first half, with Hunter being 1 of 6 from the field, and they had a 1-point lead.
Sears. ACC SEC Challenge. John Shambi, Jay Williams, Angel Gray here in Tuscaloosa. Sears, good feed inside, and he found Waggy.
Hold his arm, his shoulder. Godfrey is so strong.
And that shot blocked. Nelson gathers it back in, throws.
That's how you actually post.
You saw that quick shot of PJ Hall on the bench for the Tigers with 3 fouls. Sears, step back 3, got it. Alabama by a point. Corner 3, and closing in on 13 to go here in the second half. Hunter lost the ball. It's a turnover. Now Walters. Sears. Oh!
Game is going to come down. We all know Alabama can score. They're going to have to win this game on the defensive end.
And that was the thing that both coaches emphasized at shoot-around. Calling for it.
What a dagger.
And the lob is Pringle. And 1, the lone loss to Ohio State. Sears, full head of steam, lays it in and 1. Got to get something up here. And Sears puts it in. He's got
the rim. That was on Dominguez. That's his second. Not even 90 seconds in.
About things that he wasn't happy with, especially in the second half of Clemson and Ohio State.
Here's a steal. Sears has it. Coast to coast and rejected at the rack. Crimson Tide get it back. Rebound. Tide on the move again.
When you think of these two teams, you think they're just going to jack up threes. But they...
Off another steal, Wagee. And now Sears penetrating and foul.
I often allude, Roy, I was like, when I played on style going to work, this analytics stuff, well, they've shown that it works, and it works big time.
Hodson admitted to us today when he first got to Buffalo, he didn't buy into all of the analytics. Remember the ESPN 100, a 4-star prospect, number 54, according to our guy, Paul Biancardi.
They get this thing into the paint, off the dribble, off the pass, cause Alabama to get into rotations.
Aaron Todd turns it over. He was trying to do exactly that.
After the steal by Nelson, Sears thinking about it. Somehow gets it outside to right.
So guys can move to the open spot and get good rhythm, open threes.
Dominguez, the runner, swatted by Nelson. And now Sears, too easy. Hicks had his pocket pick by Sears. Guess what? Another three. Doubling up Arkansas State. Hicks will back down Griffith. Sears gets it back. High ball screen for Sears. Off the hesitation.
Love his patience in the lane.
Stevenson lost the handle. Back on the deck. Get past Griffith. And the flush.
Alabama done.
Arkansas State at least going toe-to-toe with the Tide here in the second half. Season high. They also recorded against Indiana State earlier this year. And the block. Wagee skied for that one. And a steal by Estrada. Sears. Tess.
Big fella there in the coat was turning.
3 of 8 coming into today on the season. Kind of a get-right game for him against Iowa. You know that Alabama's defense going to really focus on Edey. They're giving up that shot, and Trey Kaufman run making him pay for it.
A little two-man game and a foul at that midline. Mark Sears, the transfer from Ohio, playing with Wagee, and now back to Sears. And then, well, talking to Nate Oates before the game, you can tell he used to be a high school math teacher from Romulus, Michigan. As there's another three.
Analytics darlings. They are. Offensive rebounding, the free throw, the shooting.
Estrada, great defense there, creating that.
Well, you can just see Purdue with Edey off the floor. That second unit comes in, and they're just not the same juggernaut that you are, and that's not it's an obvious statement. But you got to find Mark Sears. Purdue not matching up, and so you're going to have to find a way to score with Zach Edey out in the game.
Sears driving on Gillis. He took him the whole way. Free throw. On Colvin. Right sole. Wraparound pass. Estrada wants it up top. Instead, Sears whips it into the corner. Right sole, another. This has been an adventure. Sears. Another. Come on, Mark Sears.
Unbelievable. You got. They pushed him off. He's almost at the elbow.
He's leaning on Pringle. He throws him off the window hard, and here comes Nelson. Edey wanted the foul. Sears swooping in down the wing. He scores again, and Mark Sears has been lethal so far. No, it dangled short. And out ahead, Sears against Edey. How about this matchup?
He made it fall, and boy, that is just an unbelievable move by Mark Sears.
On first. And Smith, a great read now in a bit of a scramble. Sears to the lane. That's a goaltend anyway. It counts. Of college basketball this Saturday in December. That's a tough pass. Got it to Sears. And he sticks the landing.
Just a sit.
Here we go. From the corner. Yes, sir.
That's kind of flare. It's a pin.
Each team has had a 9-point lead in the second half.
I have to think Bama's going to look for Mark Sears. He's made plays all game long, whether it's on or off the ball. There's that flare again, and there's an open shot.
And he's got it. Again off the flare.
They have really looked for that flare action over the last couple minutes. He's done it in so many different ways. This time all the way to the basket. Remember, in the second half, they just haven't made them at the same clip.
Just 6 of them compared to 13 the first half. Steal for Sears, and it's a 3-point game. The window. That looked a little like noon ball right there from Shireman. A little soft touch. And in transition, Mark Sears. That's the way Alabama likes to play.
Here, trying to look for contact. That's not there.
Rylan Griffin is checked in. He's on the attack, and 2 for Alabama. The rim scoring for Creighton in Henderson. Pringle got decked at a foul. 30-35 tickets upstairs at the second level
for his family here in Omaha, so he's going to have to sit, and Mark Sears will take matters into his own grasp. His arms, so now he's got sort of an assistant, a deputy trying to help. Sears puts it off the window and in. Points on 5 shots after 35 in Toronto. Nelson watched Shireman. Kalkbrenner clears it and lost it, and it's tipped beautifully by Pringle for Sears, who missed it, but Grant Nelson very active on a halftime for an Alabama lead.
The focus has been on him to start this half.
His energy has been dynamic. Sears the drop off and a foul against Shireman. Before he got hit by the screener. Sears using Pringle as a lead blocker for 2.
16 offensive rebound for Alabama. Now, a lot of those came when Kalkbrenner was out, but still. Wow.
Sears got the road roll for a 3-point lead.
Just really knows how to take control when you get in a bad spot.
Oh, Sears hopped into a 3
and layup. Say, go ahead, walk in, take a layup.
Nelson lines up a 3 and a huge stick for Nelson.
Give credit again, a little ball fake. There's Sears down the lane.
Sears in a hurry, a big hurry into Ashworth. He scores with the left. Seconds, Estrada for Sears. He drives with 5 on the clock and scores for 2. It's a
Love puts it on the floor, blocked. Sears, good defense. 6 of those have been threes. Love looking to run. And that was a great play by Lewis to make the catch. Effectively, they pass Sean Farnham, 5-point Alabama lead. But we thought at this point it'd probably be 30 to 25. Great pass that time over the top, out of the timeout by Nelson to Pringle. Goes without a long offensive spurt in the first half. Great defensive play though by Estrada. Poking it away, and they've got a 3-on-1. Good pass. Sears, the SEC leading scorer with his first points of the game. Follow posting up, as is Johnson on the smaller Sears. Johnson gets past him because he committed an offensive foul. That's 2 on him.
Shot for him in this offense, and Nate Oates was talking about trying to get him to understand what is a good look for him here. Leadership of leading this team in scoring and being aggressive as he attacks downhill. I mean, he can go either way. He wants to get back to his left.
Last year, but what they lost from last year's team.
When you allow the opposing guard to get that deep, you're in trouble.
7th rebound for Ballo. Meanwhile, 0 for 7 for Nelson from 3-point land. Sears got tripped by Boswell.
Averaging over 20 points per game, 56% from the field, 48%. Feet ready. Here comes the screen.
From Stevenson, and not a smart for defense. Got the second one for U of A. Ahead to Keyshawn Johnson, gets stripped. What a nice play. It made just 3. Here's Love driving again, and got triple teamed. Bad spacing with Ballo and turned it up. Arizona being patient. Good hands. Sears got, but Sears took it away. Boswell did have 4 steals in the first half. His shooting numbers haven't been great. 4 turnovers, but played a lot of minutes with Love on the bench. It's hit back to 12.
There's been a couple of times this season already that in those moments where you need it.
Zona goes smaller with Keyshawn Johnson at the 5. It's 6-7.
Success tonight. Getting to the free throw line, 6 of 7. The switch.
Sears with the kick out. And the 3 from Walters.
Losses to Purdue, Creighton, and Arizona. Let's take a look at the starting 5 with Nelson, Maggi, Griffin, Estrada, and Sears. Speaking of Sears, from the corner, right out of the gate. Dana, I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of fast breaks and a lot of threes today. If you like that kind of basketball, that's what we got.
Yeah, typically teams want to try to slow Alabama down, but Eastern Kentucky says, look, we got to be who we are.
Lob inside in the friendly bounce, Waukee. And then curious to see what Brent Nelson's game looks like in SEC play. We know he can shoot the 3. He can do some other things for you, but he's going to be challenged inside at times. And on cue from downtown, great. Cosby couldn't finish at the rack. Walker loses the handle, stolen by Pringle. The bounce pass to Sears. Walters in transition.
Giving up too much ground there, and part of that is they're trying to learn how to defend without fouling down low, but you still got to be able to hold your stance.
How did Sears work that basketball in? And the Crimson Tide already, Dane. 8 dimes dropped, no turnovers. That's a pretty good start at the office.
They're sharing the ball extremely well and being aggressive. You see it right there. Another paint touch swing around the perimeter, and they've just got Eastern Kentucky in rotations. If you can make the defense
4 to 16, Walker connects. He's got 5.
Walker came off the bench last game, responded extremely well.
One of the top free throw shooters in the SEC, 3rd in the conference last year. Well, Nick Pringle's had himself quite a first half already. A season high 7 rebounds, and we still have 4.5 to go in the half. By the move by Sears, and he was fouled.
Said, hey, if there's one area that he could really improve on.
Still couldn't get the finish. That would have been big. Yeah, but that was one of the things you said about Kozart. Quietly gets the job done. Another.
Griffin twice has just got caught staring at the ball, not knowing where man and ball is, and he didn't get away with it on that one.
Sears,
but they at least have Aaron Bradshaw back in the mix and not missing much of a beat as he adds to that loaded Kentucky.
And a fine Nelson in the corner. That's off, but there's Estrada on the glass. And a foul called.
And going up, even though there's a little bit of traffic there. Way to go up strong. That one.
And now Alabama running again after the quick trigger, and then a turnover. It's loose.
Great hustle.
The Tide will settle down. Sears to Pringle. Good job by Nick Pringle down low.
Great dump off by Mark Sears, getting all the way to the paint. Cosby's getting some early minutes today. Normally comes in a little bit later in the first half, but I think Coach Oates has been liking what he's seen out of the freshman.
6 on the shot clock. Reitzel will fire and knock it down. Quiet first half for Mark Sears, but he sets up Walters, who hits.
Great hustle by Ryan Griffin there to get back and trying to contest that shot as best as he could.
Opening for Sears, and he'll knock it down. Liberty on the run. Oh my. Chaotic sequence, and here comes Sears. Reitzel open. Another one.
Great job by Reitzel there, getting to the corner in the transition. That's what you want to see, is filling up those spots in transition.
The Flames will call a timeout. 14, and what a game for Reitzel.
And really this started from the defense of Alabama. They were doing the full court press man. They got Porter going in transition. He tried to make a dump off pass.
Uh-oh, there's Sears all the way. Ooh, and a deep.
That is, he's dribbling right. He's just looking up the floor. He's trying to create something happen, making sure he doesn't miss anybody running the court hard for him.
He'll fire a step back 3. And now another chance. This time it's Sears.
He stops at nothing.
Oh, what about this take from Sears? Trying to answer. Little turnaround is off, and the rebound goes to guess who? Aaron Estrada.
I think Estrada knows he's on pace for a triple-double.
There's Sears for 3. Everything is working for the Tide today.
Seen for a while now. Aaron Estrada, the transfer, having a heck of a season as well. But Sears, high off the window.
His game in this year was his ability to get to the rim.
Alabama coming off to Tawagi. Oh, Mark Sears, the left-handed. Lewis defending him. Shot clock at 12. Sears into traffic.
Drew also is under control enough where an ability to keep Alabama out of the paint. Right now, it didn't make it. And that's it. Vandy, watching their offense the last couple of years, you know they're going to get good shots.
Oh, Sears, what a pass. What a pass. That won't go. Contreras down there with an offensive rebound. He'll reset the offense, and he turns it over. Again, Sears leading the conference in scoring at over 19 a game, sitting on 7. Hits Estrada here, who buries the 3. Reitzel.
Sears, we were waiting for him to get a shot off. That's tough. Another great ball fake. Love that. Rebound to Sears. Oh, nice pass. Nice job by Sears, but good defense with Rylan Griffin. Gets the shot off at the horn and taken away by Sears. Camateros had it for just a brief second, and Sears steals two. Sears, oh, behind the back, off the window. Magnificent. Move and creates contact. Sears, top of the key three, and he buries it. Sears up to 17. Camateros, no good. Boy, that was a wide open look for the Commodore. Sears back the other way. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Sears is taking this one over. We're gonna have to see a 8 on the shot clock. Sears fouled. Sears 4 out of 4. The second. Well, in this next defensive possession.
15:08 to go in the opening half. Bama sloppy with the basketball.
Yeah, 4 turnovers here in the early going for Alabama.
Left side, Sears, 3, bottom. It comes the other way. Sears on the wing, weaving through traffic, trying to step through, got hacked. Sears, the lefty, not the Muscle Shoals native. Second attempt up. That one's good as well.
Some mental mistakes on the offensive end, some things we haven't seen this year.
Bama with the basketball. Sears, right of the circle, deep 3, bottom. A third bank first 3 for the Tide, second by Mark, and Alabama's to within 4, and here comes the crowd into it with under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Mack throwing it down low, nice catch underneath by Murray Bowles, stripped away and stolen though by Sears. Right, with 10:30 to go in the half, feeds it near side to Mack. Mack trying to back his down on Sears, had it stolen away. Sears picked his pocket.
Milked the shot clock, and Alabama not able to get the stop.
19-16, Gamecocks with a lead. Estrada on the wing to Sears. 3 for the tie, bottom. Back his way down. The lefty will give it off to Griffin. 7 on the shot clock as Griffin gets in the paint. Fires a pass into the corner to Sears. 3 seconds, 2, 1. The fall-away jumper. It's nothing but the bottom of the sack as the shot clock expires. Feeling better able to play tonight. 25-23 Gamecocks. Bama ball, Sears weaving down the lane, puts it up with the right hand, beautiful move, and also may have gotten a screen from Pringle underneath.
Yeah.
Floating a pass over to Griffin, 3, no good. Weak side rebound, Estrada. Aaron driving underneath, needs help, finds Nelson, hands it off to Sears, deep 3, near side, bottom.
Great job by Alabama defense, leading to offense. The edge
is no good, and the rebound picked up by Sears. Mark getting it front court. Throws a lob to Pringle for the play.
Great job defensively, and Rylan Griffin sprinting the court. Mark Sears, who's been hot from 3, recognizes it. Beautiful lob pass and the alley-oop throwdown by Griffin.
Johnson back to Cooper on the wing, driving into the lane, double team, a strip, and they're going to call it a jump ball. They are. Mark Sears doing it on both ends of the floor for Alabama tonight. Johnson got it back. Johnson on the drive, blocked by Pringle, picked up by Estrada. Aaron driving ahead, gives it off to Sears. Mark down the lane, gets bumped, no whistle. Leaves it for Estrada, near wing 3. Bama lighting it up after a bank first 3, and its biggest lead of the night goes to 9 points. He threw it away, but Johnson caught it, takes it to the corner, trying to shake free from Nelson. 4 on the shot clock. Murray Bowles with it. Pass into the low post, deflected by Sears, into the hands of Estrada. Mark says, give me a screen. Nelson says, here it comes. Sears on the drive, down the lane. Tough floater, got it. Wow, his world, we're just living in it tonight. Mark Sears gets it to drop, and Bama leads by 11. No whistle. Sears off of an attempted screen, trying to shake free, gets into the lane, spins, puts it off the glass, counted, and he is fouled.
Oh my goodness, what a play from Mark Sears.
Sears free throw up and good. 6 to go in the half. Pringle with it, flips it to Sears. Catch and shoot 3, and I'd have been shocked if it didn't go in.
26 now for Mark Sears, just a dribble handoff move. South didn't get back on defense, and Nado's not happy with that possession.
Mark Sears doing Mark Sears things tonight. He's got 29.
Not allowing him to get loose.
Sam Walters with the basketball, thought about a three, instead gives it off to Sears. Says, I want to clear out, he gets one. Gray defending him, now Walters, near side, three, bottom.
Defensive mistake by South Carolina.
Oh, that hurt. Cameron Matthews, 2 explosive dunks, and then Alabama comes right back, and that is a 2-pointer from Aaron Estrada.
So good and patient in the low post. He's trying to score, but he's also looking for cutters, and they have done a good job early.
Sears can't get past Matthews to Estrada. Floats it off the backboard. Well, that's a 5th-year senior right there. To Nelson and Bell down low, and Bell's just a massive human being down there.
Wow, what a call. I thought Sears played that well, and I thought he had a clean block. Sears is not going to allow Hubbard space, so there's the shot all over the ball. 5%, 49% beyond the three-point line, and here's what he does. On a night that he just dominated that second half.
He had 35 against Purdue. And a foul against Fort.
We've seen it often.
Mark Sears, who kind of played a secondary role. First half.
Jeffries is a solid on-ball defender.
Nice
Beautiful pass.
Wow. Nelson fires off the backboard.
Three-point shooting teams, they attack in a lot of ways.
Moore lost it. Estrada kept it alive to Sears. 4 on 3. Alabama pull-up 3. Rylan Griffin knocking it home.
I love how Griffin slowed down to gather himself before he took the shot.
Hubbard. Nelson takes it away. Griffin. Here's Sears. Pull-up jumper on the way. Sears with his first 3 of the game. And Alabama up by 7.
On the move. Pull it off the dribble or the pass, straight up for shots.
Moore to Smith.
Keep an eye on how Nelson plays defensively as Smith. He just kind of backs off him, and he can play center field like that on the shot block.
Another good defensive effort from Nelson. Sears in the lane. 5 quick for Mark Sears. He's in double figures now, and a timeout by Mississippi State as Alabama has opened up a 9-point advantage as the Tide have hit 6 of their last 8. Mark Sears, the SEC's leading scorer out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, getting hot now.
Well, you called it, partner, that pretty soon he's going to take control, and he has. Jump shot, driving, uses his body, starts the second half. He didn't do a whole lot first half, had a couple fouls and only 5 points, but he's picked up, doubled that production already. And again, the variety of ways this backcourt can beat you and the number of guys that shoot it and run the floor. Sears is the leader of that group.
He has been just really, really good this year, shooting right at 50% from behind the arc. Tonight, just 1 out of 2, just 2 attempts for him. He and his cohort, Josh Hubbard, for the Bulldogs, the top 2 3-point shooters in the Southeastern Conference. And he is the guy that makes it go for the Tide.
And it has, when you watch him play, he just seems to have control over what he needs to do for his squad.
Here's Sears, turning the corner to the rim and count it.
Hesitation and about the free throw line. And remember, sometimes they throw back to that weak side. He's coming across and he hesitates here. Boom, explosion. Difficult shot. Deshaun Davis is a good defender. Stays right with him. The reach from across, still the finish.
So Sears will head to the free throw line. He is 3 out of 3. Make it 4 out of 4. Out off. Averaging about 14 a game, actually 15 a game. Sitting on 8 tonight. Griffin, kick it back out.
Why, what a spin move.
Yabate. To Reitzel. Corner 3. Fade away. Oh,
bang. Wow.
Man. Sears.
Love the play design.
He goes strong to the basket.
I tell you what, I love the play design because you're trying to figure out if you're switching or not, and Sears either hesitates that time. He threw back to Rylan Griffin. They tried to help from the corner. Griffin simply took it right to the rim. See. Boy, look at Jeffries.
Griffin all the way to the rim. Oh, what a
Man.
shot.
Changed hands in midair from the right hand to the left hand.
But he's done a heck of a job on the SEC's leading scorer, but he gave him a little bit of room there, and he buried it.
Good call, Dave. Gave him a little bit of room because Nelson gave him a screen. Jeffries kind of hesitated.
Sears to Nelson. Had it stripped out of his hands. Loose ball, more. Sears, the scrum is on. Tie up, and Alabama will retain possession.
His length away from Sears.
Good screen by Nelson and the floater by Sears.
And 14 of 14 for the foul line so far this season.
Oh, and Sears got walloped right on the head, right in front of us.
Couple of assists, couple of steals. He has total control over what's going on for his team. When you're playing a team like Alabama that is used to winning, well, how strong is Sears?
His season average, which is the best in this league, at 20 points. And he calmly sinks the free throw.
That's body movement. Straight ahead.
Super effective. This is a guy, 2 in black, right there at 50, 40, 90. 50% from field goal, 40% from 3, and then the free throw line as well.
And this guy can shoot a little bit. Grant Nelson.
So your offense must be in rhythm if you're going to keep up with the Tide.
Tigers have hit their first 4. Alabama 2 for 4. And just like that, shooting their way into a tie game. That's Estrada, who's at 39% from deep. Up again. Guarded by Carter. They'll switch. Nope. That caught him between, and Sears makes him pay for a deep 2. Dennis Gates happy to have him back, wanting to get him back into full swing. Missed the Kentucky game a little bit of time when his grandmother was in hospice back in. Carter, size advantage on Sears, and he rolls right into Pringle. They nearly walked with it. Now Aiden Shaw is off the mark. He's Surrey made its first 5 shots. His 2 for 9 since. Sears with a burst. Physical play, and Pringle with the layup.
Well, Sears, as you described that burst, he's got an extra gear, and he's from 3 on the year, and they need more out of him. And they're asking him to do more than maybe he's ever had to do, certainly in his Missouri career. But if they're going to right their ship this season, he's got to.
Big 3 from Rylan Griffin.
Golder says, oh, help's coming that way. Let me get out of trouble. Nice pivot work.
Inside to Pringle again.
Yeah, right back at him.
Now you putting eyes on Mark Sears moments ago, Dane, as he was right in front of us. It looks like he's still very ginger on that ankle. His injury occurred at about the 5-minute mark, and he left shortly thereafter.
Well, that's got to make him feel a little bit better, but you're right. He's hobbling just a little bit there. Paint touch drive. Sears gotten to where he wants to go twice, and Estrada a 3rd time.
Make it 4 now. Estrada with the layup and the N1 chance.
Against this talented Crimson Tide team, and a good job by Estrada with that pressure release. And Sears.
Nelson size advantage on Robinson. Sears for 3. Got it! Alabama with another run.
So not outrageous, not great, but it just seems like the timeliness of their turnovers have been really poor.
Sears steps through.
And he's turning you over.
Alabama, and we finish with Kentucky on the road at the PMAC against LSU.
Picked off, man. They're blitzing that ball, making life miserable for the visitors from Tuscaloosa early.
Sears penetrates. Where you're going? That's Adu came down. So did Sears.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, and you've got a chance to see all of them, and you'll see those teams in action now and later window.
That's just unguardable because he's got the height advantage to begin with, and then how much pop he has in his release. He cannot get to his shot.
Good pass to Strada. That should be an easy one, and it was. Jaron Stevenson, his first bucket of the night.
Weak side.
Ripped one back on his own. And this time a little too aggressive against Sears. Points.
Among Power 6 leagues.
Up the mess. He lays that up and in. Second chance points heavily favoring Tennessee. Great drive by Sears as they last game. But he's still putting points up in a big way. Walters gets open for a three. Is he a terrific three-point shooter? Back on the floor. See what Nate Oates did to adjust. And, well, if you start up by saying I want Sears to have an uncontested layup, then that, with Nelson on the bench with 4, Ziegler one-on-one. Great defense by Sears. Estrada somehow got it up over Adu. What a shot.
Those 4 teams just in the last week have really grabbed my attention in terms of how well they're playing.
And balance, right?
Absolutely.
Sears kicks it. Estrada doesn't take the 3. James closed on him. More contest. He throws it up and in. He's very
guard in college basketball, Ziegler. And maybe the best defensive 5 guy in college basketball, Adu. He's playing that well.
And that was a really pretty play between Sears, who then dumped it off to Mohamed Wegi, who laid it up and in off the window.
Really well done by Zakai, Ziegler, and Adu.
Sears over Adu. Boy, between he and Estrada, that Alabama trying to come right back, and a good force by Sears, who will go to
the ball. And she dug real deep in. Handle.
Sears the drive, and he will have a chance for a 3-point. You can tell each guy relishing this matchup. Connect, try to bull through him, and Sears won that battle.
He's actually better at that than just a pure catch and shoot.
Another drive by Sears, lays it up and in, takes it.
20 or 25 points.
Yeah.
And Tennessee has been a clinic today guarding the ball. They've been beaten a few times, but man, overall they have squared them up.
At 16 for a team that shoots 40%. That,
and how many of those 16 3-point attempts have been really good ones? I mean, just a handful. What a weapon around that rim.
4 blocks to go with his 19 points. Sears knocks down a 3.
Jones trapped, unloads it to Broom, kicks it on the left side, stolen away by Sears. Mark on the drive, goes downhill, tough shot, high off the glass and in. Bama's on the board. Williams thought about a 3, drives left, picks up the dribble, throws it down low and stolen away by Nelson. Grant flips it ahead to Sears. Mark in transition, going downhill to the rim. That should have been goaltending, and it is. Back it to add to Auburn's lead. It's an 8-point advantage. Here's Sears with it, bounce past Stevenson to the right.
High pick and roll, well executed. Mark Sears drops the dime and an easy dunk for Jaron Stevenson. I wouldn't think the shot clock would be an issue in this game.
I wouldn't think so either. Sears on the drive, sees parted, laid it up, got it to go, and Bama is back to within 6 with 14:51 remaining in the opening half.
Everything Alabama's gotten has been at the rim, all created by Mark Sears.
Dylan Cardwell in the basketball game. Driving is K.D. Johnson. Kicks it in the corner. And they'll give it off. A bounce pass goes inside. Cardwell able to step through 2 defenders and got the slam dunk to go. 16-8 Auburn. We've got 14:30 to go in the first half. Bama with the basketball front court. Sears fires a pass to Stevenson. To Mohamed Wagi, who's come in. Now to Sears on the left wing. Sears crossing over, stepping back, goes left, gets into the paint, flips it outside. Rylan Griffin, 3, bottom. Great start for Rylan Griffin. The bank first 3-pointer, and Alabama is to within 5. We'll bring it front court with Johnson defending. He goes left, he goes by him, he steps back beyond the arc. Another defender picks up on the switch. Griffin all alone, 3 again, hits it again, and a baby. Rylan Griffin loves Coleman Coliseum. He's been hot in this building his last 2 times out, and Bama is to within 2.
And Coleman Coliseum loves Rylan Griffin. Listen to this crowd.
It's shown that he could stay with it. Sears directing traffic. Working against Johnson, plays off the screen, blows by him again, kicks it in the corner. Reitzel all alone, 3. Bama his first lead of the night. Sears with the basketball, timeline far side. Working right side off the screen. Mark gives it up to Griffin. Catch and shoot. Three and make again. Red, smoking, hot. Rylan Griffin doing it again. He's got 9 off the bench, and Bama leads it 20-18. Mark the other way. Sears front court. Sears top of the arc. Sears to his right. A couple of dribbles. Handoff. Reitzel. 3. Another bank first 3 for Alabama. Stops at the free throw line. Sears let it fly, had it blocked, got it back, goes down the lane, shoots it, and got it to go.
What a play by Mark Sears.
Rebounded by Griffin. Auburn now 1 of 10 from beyond the arc. Sears on the wing, held, no whistle. Baseline, skips a pass out. Latrell, let it fly, baby. Bottom.
Up. 2. And didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Sears to the rim, lays it up and in for 2. He blew past Berman to Reitzel now. Driving, stepping back again, giving it off to Sears. Mark working, shooting, making the bank first 3 for Alabama. And the Tide now leads it 57-51. Sears with 15 for Alabama.
Couple of big plays after the...
Bama inbounds it out high to Estrada. Back to Sears on the right wing. Goes baseline. Gets underneath. Off the glass. Counting. And he is fouled. An and one opportunity for the pride of Muscle Shoals. Mark Christopher Sears.
Willed that one in. Auburn with really good defense. The intensity high on both ends of the floor. But Alabama's best player wanted the ball.
Care of that and get him back in likely very soon as Sears converts. Rebound claimed by Nelson. Gives it off to Sears. He'll bring it front court. Mark to Ryland. Steps into it. Another bank first 3 for Ryland Griffin. His 5th on 8 tries. And Bama leads by 5 with 7 minutes to go. Sears with it. Working between the circles. Mark calling for his screen. Will start downhill against Broom. Gets to the rim. Off the glass and in. What a move, Mark Sears. The Muscle Shoals native gets it done. It puts Bama back up by 2 to go. Reitzel to inbound it. Careful, fellas. Reitzel gets it into Sears. They trap him. He spins. He has it knocked away, and a foul is going to be called. Great shooter on the season. First one up.
3-point game. Foul.
Free throw is good.
Bama is the 4th best scoring team in college basketball. They love to run, and they get an easy transition bucket for Muhammad Diabute. That's his first. He just entered. Tom Allen, one of the best in the SEC at it. Good cut, and nobody there to protect the rim on the finish for Mark Sears.
Oh, you can't guard the 3, and you can't guard the glass.
Hannibal at Ohio. Set last year.
Tom, in college basketball, you have to have a great mixture.
Not having the same luck tonight. Nobody stops ball. Into the corner. 3 ball good. Bama back in front. It's Latrell Reitzel Jr. with his 3rd triple.
When Sears pushes this ball, the defense has to shrink to that basketball. So this is what Alabama calls a shrink 3. They made the defense shrink and respect the ball. And they get in trouble when they start taking guarded or what they say is non-shrink 3s. And Alabama really good at it.
Quartix left in the half. Hannibal tried to thread the needle.
What did he see? I was in the same sight line.
Well, tipped away by Wilkinson. Alabama regathers. Whoa, what a step through! Yeah. Sears able to finish. Red Hot has missed his last few. Estrada will take a turn. Why not?
On both ends of the floor just in the last couple of weeks. Good cut.
And a great finish by Sears. They set Sears. Came to his first Alabama game back in 20. Conference in the MAC tournament team before.
And you're built to go deep into March, but to your point about defense.
And then Sears answers a 3 with a 2. On in a bonus.
One that sealed the win.
It was worth missing every as if we have a dump button. Sears.
Did we? Some losses in the American against Auburn.
And shot clock at 5. Williams kicked it right into the hands of Sears. Step through, finish. Wow! Within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. That's how aggressive and fast. Here's Griffin. Why not? Man, yeah, why not? LSU. An elite defender he was and continues to be. And for threes. Adam Bellman does a lot of their in.
Back off to Sears. Sears on the drive, just as Pat mentioned.
So they will turn it over higher than normal.
Jalen Deloach in the game. Good find on the inside, and that one will drop on the arc. Alabama is 0 for 7 so far outside the three-point line. So what do? You take it to the basket, and that's what Mark Sears does. He's got 4. Count on that being in the basket on the other end.
Right.
Sears.
Good catch.
By Nelson. Nelson in the first half. Sears, good pass inside, finding Stevenson for 2. Fouls, misses that here, Sears. Sears trying to get going. Demery, Sears, and Demery go down there. Estrada, rare open look for Sears, and he makes Georgia pay. Estrada on Deloach or Nelson. Nelson answers on the other.
For Jaron Stevenson, ahead to Estrada, who will run the other way. Estrada got underneath, gives it off to Sears in the corner. 4-3, and it is good.
And help.
Bama down as many as 16 late in the first half, but has tied it up. Now going for lead again. Sears, he's red, smoking hot. Mark Sears, he now has 17.
3 bodies down, back behind the play. Sears is going to push. Sears to the basket. He'll go to the free throw line.
Free, so he loses a 30-second timeout.
And looking at Nate.
No, that was the only review of the review he had.
Nelson thought about it. Sears, Nelson again. Yes! Again.
Shot clock, 42 on the game clock. Sears playing off a screen. Sears driving downhill, layup, good! And Alabama may have just iced it. Up 8 with 35 seconds to go.
Basket, so Georgia not done yet. Sears on the season, 2 for 2 tonight.
Sears with the basketball, up top to Nelson, back to Sears. Stops, changes direction, goes to his right, hands it off to Griffin. Ryland spinning, shooting, little baby hook off the glass and in for 2, and Bama goes back up 5-4. Bulldogs, here's Matthews, a dribble to his right, picks it up, throws into the low post to Smith. Smith trying to back his way down, defended by Wagi, poked away by Muhammad. Here comes Bama the other way. We got numbers. Sears front court. Sears kicking it right side over to Walters in the corner. Stevenson, 3, bottom. And coach, the freshman, is growing up.
Great ball movement. Great ball movement.
Tide doesn't have numbers. Estrada working in the corner. A bounce pass to Sears. Top of the arc. 3 ball.
Can't leave him there. Can't leave him there. He's wide open, and he's going to knock that down most all the time.
Sears, who had 23, the majority of it in the last 10 minutes on the road in Athens. Down low, Smith, spinning, baseline, missed the layup. Rebound fought for, tried to save it, but into the hands of a Bama player, and we're running the other way. Bama by 5. Sears going baseline. Leaves it for the trailer. Nelson with a flush. Smith didn't get back, coach, and Bama made him pay. 20, a couple of buckets have cut the Bama lead down to 6. Now it's Stevenson on the wing. Tries a 3, but he's 3 for 3.
He's got it going for sure.
Into the right corner. An open look from there, no good. Weak side rebound, Reitzel. Bama running the other way, leading by 9. Reitzel stopping on the wing to Sears now. Deep 3. That one hits nothing but the bottom of the sack, and Bama leads it by a dozen. Matthews stops at the elbow, nearly walked. 8 on the shot clock, throws it away. He was looking for Scott, who did not move towards the basketball. Bama's got the lead and momentum when we come back. 3:50 to play in the half. 34-22. Tide leading the Dogs by a dozen here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Pass to Sears. 10 now on the shot clock. Sears trying to go by a defender, hesitates, stops, looks, right corner, Diabate, driving baseline. Leader up and good. Goes to the rack, coach, and gives Bama a 14-point lead.
Mississippi State had the help on the drive by Mark Sears. So when he passed the ball to the corner, he had a straight line to the basket. Took it tough.
An and one opportunity for Diabate. How about the play of Diabate and Stevenson off the bench? 15 combined points, coach. Get it to go, and now Davis runs the other way. Gets into the lane, poked away by Estrada. Into the hands of Griffin. Now to Sears. Ryland driving down the lane. Swings it back to Mark Sears. Top of the arc. Steps into a three. Mark Sears, another bank first three, and Bama leads by 19. A minute 44 to go. Davis, Reitzel. Now Nelson, top of the arc. Right side to Sears. Mark on the drive, gets into the paint, hesitates, lays it up and in for two. Beautiful hesitation move, coach. Basketball with 16:20 to go, leading it by 23. Sears driving, getting into the paint, goes right, steps through, lays it up and in. Tolu Smith still looking for him. Nelson on the floor with 4 now as Sears drives, gets to the rim, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Have that same thing with his right hand, so he tries to get to
24 minutes of work. Second free throw up and good. Full team outside Diabate. Do it, Mo. Too strong. Sears clears the miss. Sears drives in. Tough shot. No, but he is fouled.
Yeah, how old I am.
Well, I'm right there. I knew after making the first, Sears will try another one. Moore cuts the Bama lead to 29 again, but Sears runs the other way. Flipped it over his shoulder, and the foul's going to be whistled. Sears shooting a 1-and-1. And got it to go. Even though she's right-handed.
She's right-handed, yeah.
She's got other way. Front court, it'll be Sears. Changing directions in the paint. No look pass. Walters, the lay-in for 2. Great feed from Mark Sears.
Great vision by Mark Sears on the last play. Good patience, great vision.
And a finish on the next possession, coach. Little flip shot in the lane.
Can step out and also punish you at the rim. Sears bounces it. That's an easy flush for Nelson. The switch was late from Denver Jones. Alabama is the toughest. Can make that shot. And Auburn right now, they have the guards to knock down those 12-footers. Another bounce pass to Nelson, and we're going to have a foul on. Offensively that Bruce Pearl wants. Sears tries for the first time. He flips it up. He gets the friendly roll. Marks a launch, and Johnson misses a 3. Cardwell's a terrific shot blocker. Chaney Johnson, number 31, also on the floor. Sears, nobody better, man. He can quiet a crowd with 7 on the shot clock. Mazzara launches a 3. That's off. And the loose ball to Sears. And they will fly down the floor. Oh, he got it to go. What a play on Aaron Estrada. Watch Alabama. That Auburn defense, that time it was Katie Johnson. They cover that nail, Rabbi. So you got to make him pay for that heavy nail coverage. And you kick it out to that offensive player, and there's that physical play by Sears, man. Just the strength of this kid and what he's done offensively this year. The only Power 5 player in the country with over 440 points, 50 made threes, 85 assists, and 85 rebounds. But look what he does. He is so good driving to his left. In that first game, dominant going to his left, not so much to his right. If you're Auburn, you got to get on that left paw as much as you can. Turnovers in the first half of that first matchup. Reitzel spot up 3, got it. He made it, but that's not the shot that Alabama. Broom has Sears on him, and he used that to his advantage. He just couldn't see this year. I haven't said that maybe ever about this league, but that's how deep it is. And I saw a team last night, South Carolina, that is no joke. Sears, Nelson. Got a couple of guys that can make some tough shots. First field goal they've made in about 4 minutes. Stevenson left wide open. Chris Moore, Holloway, and Chaney Johnson. Pringle right at him, and that's comes out from the pack. Always with his head up. Nelson's 3. The conversation, Antonio Reeves, but certainly Janai Broom is one of those top 5 guys on your all-SEC team right now. Estrada. Seasons, 2 tournaments, and Bruce Pearl got the other 2, right? It does not have the history of Duke and North Carolina. Sin is a low rate for opponents to shoot at the rim. And you talked about forcing Sears to his right, which they have really tried to do in their Got victimized that time. He goes with his left, right up and oh. 85% free.
You have to stay locked up man to man. And Auburn's been a good job at guarding their own. Katie Wood is my friend. He keeps his feet down. He keeps his feet alive.
The NBA game has become a bunch of little guys playing against big guys, talent and things like that. But if you got a player who, when I was in Philadelphia, it was Derek Smith, figure out something, because I'm really concerned about college sports because, man, it's the wild, wild west out here right now. Listen,
aren't being seen. 3 now, trending towards 80. Other in anything.
Yeah.
Sears is able to get that to go. And now Mark Sears is 12. Sonic blockbuster game. Kansas, Baylor, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. Game day will be there. Cardwell the foul. Sears 22 points.
And it all goes back to Auburn's ability to guard the ball. It's not a trendy Final Four pick, Auburn right now. But if this is the last meeting this year between these two.
80 free throws. That's 81.
Oh, Wright is grabbing his left quad. Estrada tees it up. That's through. So that's a third triple for Alabama. Get in. Get used to this torrid pace. Alabama back the other way with a lay-in. Stevenson shovels to Pringle. Back out to Sears. Off the bounce. There's a whistle.
Tennessee started that game on your way back out of a deficit. That can take.
And went for a near double-double against Tennessee on Wednesday. So this has been a fine week. He takes a quick seat. Wright stumbled, nearly lost the handle.
Hunter Dean has Mark Sears on him. You got to get the ball to number 12 in goal.
Yeah, careless giveaway that time. Cook missed him. Sears and Alabama on the move. Reitzel connects again.
First daylight they see, bang!
Sears connects. 2 fouls. There's a giveaway. Lead feet up to Cook. Cook gathers the scoop. Tapped away, and Alabama's got it now. Maybe some numbers. This one developing. Reitzel gets 1 man in the air. Sears sets the feet. That's good.
6 seconds off the shot clock.
8 points for Sears. He's got it. Couple crossovers. Attacks. Trying to get around Cook. Flings it up, and that's through. New 20 for Alabama.
Walters is spaced out. Bottom of your screen. He's still ready.
Reitzel. 3-point game again with 90 seconds to go in the first. Sears, aggressive attack, and he finishes at the rim. Up top to Sears with 10 to shoot. One of Alabama's longer possessions. This is Rylan Griffin, 4-3. He play. He's nearly 50% from downtown. Sears, great pass to Nelson.
Oh.
And Grant Nelson's going to the line. Jordan Wright, came down on him. And looks like Nelson is dazzle at the rim, couldn't finish. Cook, second straight step back 3. He's missed his last 2. Oh, the connection to Nelson. Sears. We are past the midway mark. Sears goes up, and they whistle right for the foul. So Mark Sears, who lives at the free throw line, is headed back there now.
Look at Mama. Shot the free throw there. Didn't try to do too much, nothing fancy. Just get the finish.
Griffin got it in the corner. They just have had an answer for just about everything this afternoon. 0 in the yellow. That's Trey Hannibal. Backdoor cut. Nick Pringle has just matched a season high with 15 points. 8-point game again. Sears was trying to slice it into it to Nelson. He's got it now. Head fake, the blow by. Reitzel into
beautiful.
the corner. Yeah, here's Griffin. Reitzel for 3. Puts it in. Latrell Reitzel with 22. And it's a new season high for the senior.
Beautiful basketball. But pass fakes, making the extra pass.
Oh, Sears taken away from him. Cleared for takeoff. Hannibal, he's going to have to sit down now the rest of the way, but I don't think he was They want to see Sears throwing down on him there.
Yeah, but Hannibal needed to have a little discipline, understanding this is his 5th foul. Trey Hannibal is done for the evening.
Watch the fall here. Pulsating off of Trey Hannibal, who has been, he's been very impactful.
It's early from Will Baker. Can they isolate, find him now?
And it's back-to-back turnovers now, and that's 13 for the Tigers. Sears, that's good. Mark Sears with 18, close to hitting his season average. Timeout LSU with 4:02 to go. The Tigers led a few minutes ago by 1. It's been a 26-9 Alabama run since.
Transfer out, so he told coach he wanted to redshirt. And Dale Brown said, redshirt, you jump higher, you run faster, you actually play better than anybody on the team. I tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you a leader. He made him the captain of his team.
Still playing with the Raptors this year. That's a nearly 15-year career for Garrett Temple. So his 2 sons went on to ultimately play. Just a pillar in this community. Cornerstone, of course, led LSU to several Final Fours, 4 SEC titles. He's got the banner hanging in the rafters inside the Maravich Center. Carolyn, we're coming up on about 90 seconds to go in this one. Okay, 107.
Between the circles, 11 on the shot clock as he drives right wing. Gets to the baseline, is cut off. Circles away from traffic, now gives it off. Estrada, move high off the glass, and again, a circus shot goes for him.
We talked basketball, goes to the bench with 2 big second foul call.
Radford drives in, loses the handle as Pringle challenged him near the rim. Bama brings it front court. Estrada looking, Sears right of the circle. Catch and shoot 3.
Mark Sears gets his first 3 of the game.
Bama by 7 as Radford lost it. Picked up by Estrada. Driving ahead of the pack. Reverse layup. Wouldn't go. Rebounding foul is going to be called.
Pringle able to get the jump hook to go in, and that stops the Alabama run.
Stevenson dribbling to his right, gives it off to Sears, top of the arc. Over to Walters, right wing. Home sweet home for Sam Walters right there. Knocks down another bank first 3, his second since coming off the bench. It's an outlet pass, Estrada. Aaron will drive into the front court. Hesitates, stops on the wing. Kicks it over to Sears. He will drive down the lane, whips a pass far corner. Griffin catch and shoot 3, bottom. And Rylan Griffin really shooting the ball well as of late. He's got 8 for the Crimson Tide to lead the scoring.
And how
about defender? He feeds it to Griffin instead, though. Rylan on the drive, throws a lob that's saved by Pringle. Sears with 10 on the shot clock. Mark trying to shake free at 8, gets into the lane at 7, gets bumped by Coleman.
And understanding angles and getting to the line for a 1-and-1.
Made the first, made the second for the Sears. Mark driving left, goes down the lane, tough shot. He is fouled. An and-1 opportunity upcoming for Mark Sears.
At the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
He's 3 for 3 from 7. 6. Radford working against Sears. Got away with a walk. Puts up the runner, no good. Rebounded the miss, then stripped away and stolen. Mark Sears with the basketball in the open floor. Stepping through. Tough leader. Blocked. Out of bounds. That's got to be a goaltend, doesn't it?
I think they called it.
Oh, my goodness. They did. It was a late whistle. Gets it top of the arc. Sears driving left. Stopping at the elbow. Going down the lane. No look pass Nelson for the flush.
What a look from Mark Sears.
Bama. Here comes Sears pushing it ahead again. Sears front court playing off the screen from Pringle. Working on the right wing. Steps back. Deep 3. Bottom. Oh. Lid removed at Coleman. It's there. Sears driving right. Bump by Garcia. Goes through him. Flips it up. No good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Estrada. Aaron kicks it back to Waukee in the corner. To Sears. 3 ball. Bottom. Mark Sears knocking down another one. 16 first-half points.
Team foul for Alabama.
Radford with a basketball, working left side, spinning in traffic, taken away, and a tie-up is called. Sears, a great job reaching in as he was spinning to his strong side, his left hand. That forces another tie-up in the arrow. This time favors Alabama. Bean again, the largest advantage, 16. On the drive, wild shot put up, missed. Rebounded inside Carter, got away with a walk. Ball kicked around, scramble for it, picked up by Estrada. Ahead to Reitzel. Latrell on the drive, three, bottom. Back-to-back, they change it and say it was a 2. It was the right call as Doug Chow saw he had a foot on the line. Don't want to let this get interesting in the final 5 minutes. Bama with Sears working away from a potential trap, gives it off to Nelson, fires it right side. Griffin, three, bottom, rattles that one in. The 13th bank first 3 of the game on 29 attempts for Alabama. But he didn't look at it. It did. Here comes Sears the other way to Nelson, flips it back to Mark, top of the arc, throws it in the paint to Nelson, lays it up, off the glass and in.
Beautiful high pick and roll. It's been Grant Nelson.
Gets possession. Sears working top of the arc. Deep three, bottom. You know, he had 16 in the first half. Like in the first 16 minutes. That's his first bucket in the second. Emma comes out with it. Diabate center of the floor. Mo weaving through traffic, gets into the paint. Runner with the left hand, no. Tip is good. Diabate challenging. I'm not sure he got his hand on it, but he was in there fighting, and that's why Bama gets the bucket. Griffin in the corner. Catch and shoot three. No good. Long rebound to Sears. Mark drives in and lays it up for 2 more. 86-63. Sears running the other way. Tough shot. Got it to drop. Shake free from the defender. Works right of the circle. Still guarded by Pullen. Goes to his left. Gets into the paint. Floats it in the corner to Walters. His three. Bank first 3 for Sam Walters, and Alabama leads it 12-11 with 14:07 remaining. And Bama will come the other way. I'm out of breath. Somebody throw it out of bounds or something. Sears, tough shot. Got it to go. 16-14. Bama, cut me, Mick. With 12:32 to go in the opening half. Get the layup to go, and it quiets the crowd for a moment. Sears trying to wake him up again. Drives in. Reverse layup is good. What a move by Mark Sears.
Did by Florida. Otherwise, it was an easy dunk for Grant Nelson.
Here's Sears on the inbounds, driving underneath, lost it, got it back, got fouled on his conference play, but he missed the first, and he makes the second.
A little high pick and roll, and Grant able to finish at the rim.
Bama 2 within 1, but Samuel will drive in. Had his shot blocked by Grant. That's his 5th block of the night, and he takes it away. Ahead to Griffin. Bama looking for the lead. Sears near side, going to the rack, puts it off. No, and a foul is going to be called.
Alabama fast break, and good news, Mark Sears
flying. Looking, gets it into Sears. Going underneath the basket, hands it off to Estrada. He'll get into the paint, pump fake once, lays it up, and hung on the rim, and it fell through. Sears trying to get away from Richard. Now it's Estrada on the near side. Throws the lob, Pringle to finish. That was a clear catch and dunk.
Huge shot from Sam Walters, but pulling so good from the mid-range.
Sears driving, looking, Walters in the corner. 3 again, makes it again. He's made 3 in a row. 2 that counted. He's red hot, and Bama is back to within 5, and Coleman is on fire.
The Florida native
the other way. Griffin giving it back to Sears. Mark driving, dishing, Walters, corner 3. Mercy, is he hot? Sam Walters has made it a 6-point game again, 76-70. And Mark will bring it ahead. Time for him to heat up. Sears, 3 ball. Mark Sears knocks it down. He's got 11. His first, bank first 3 of the night. And Bama is 2 within 4. Gators with it, a 3, top of the arc, no! Rebound, Pringle, and Bama trying to claw all the way back. Down by 4, getting it front court, Sears. Mark to the rack, hands it off. Pringle, the layup for 2, and it's a 1-possession game. Timeout, Gators. The joints jumping, Brian passing him for good reason.
And we asked for Mark Sears to step up. He did, and it's been more than just that huge three that he hit, his first of the game. But he's got 10.
Alabama. Mark working to his left, driving, backing out to Estrada, inside the arc, now to Sears, rising, firing, the three, and Bama is back on top for the first time since the early moments of this game. With under a minute to play, 17 to shoot. Mark had it poked away, and a whistle and a foul on Florida. Sears has missed 2 today, but he didn't miss that one. 7 assists in 36 minutes. Hit them both, and we are tied. Sears to Pringle, back to Mark, looking, gives it off. Estrada, the drive, the teardrop, and it's answered by Bama. Timeout, Florida, as Nate Oates, Alabama Crimson Tide, has taken a 7-point lead in OT.
And Aaron Estrada.
And the Gators come out with it. Here's Clayton splitting defenders. Stolen by Mark Sears. He stole it away. And with 1:22 to go, Bama's got it up 3. It's Estrada on the far wing. Give it to him. Mark, 3. No. Tip Griffin, no. But he got fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Walters kept it alive, and Estrada got the bucket. A 3 left side. No. Rebound tip. Ball 4. Sears has it. He's fouled. He's fouled. He's fouled with a second to play, and Bama up by 3.
Oh my gosh, Alabama getting on the offensive glass. Mark Sears to ice this game.
Woo. Ice applied as that one rattled and fell in. Sears hits it in OT.
DJ Wagner shooting just 27% from long range. Sears. Give it up. Floater doesn't go, but Grant Nelson is fouled. You want to turn up.
And they keep very busy too, but good cutting team. Love this little ball screen, lob you to death.
Sears averaging 20.4 points per game. Estrada bounces, and he gets an open slam for Nick Pringle.
And in this Georgia game, assists, 3, whatever you want. That first half. Oh, they got away with a nice pump.
The ball fake, the lob, and slam! It's Pringle up high. Dillingham leads the country in points and assists off the bench.
Look at that little move. They want him to go to the right. He paid. You heard that yesterday. Take away his left.
Finished his career at North Laurel in London, Kentucky with 3,727 career points. The drive.
Nice.
Sears give it up. Layup goes. Diabate. Hesitation when it hits his fingertips. Both teams shooting it well. Alabama 67%. Up top. Grant Nelson goes airborne for the
regularity.
So it's a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes and change. Sears trying to end it, and he does. A 20-2 Wildcats run. Foul called out front. Wagner.
A winner consistently.
The NCAA tournament last year. What their average would necessarily be. Tracked down there off the miss. They've got 40 points with 35 seconds to go in the first half. Sears, a series of moves, and to the rim. Put some English on it at the end.
Nice job by Pringle sealing the deal.
Trail 62-46.
They better not give him some open. Not a good look here. Jammed it in.
The step in by Sears for the steal.
Don't go to sleep on this team.
Griffin, he lost it, gets it back.
Pretty pass.
Gives it up. And a slam by Grant Nelson.
That big-time delivery.
The offense has been free-flowing. Sears comes back with a 3-ball of his own. Oh, prolific.
Again, the defensive company getting back. A little nickel dimer here. Dillingham with the reach-in. Change for Alabama with dignity.
56 squad. They scored 87.9. Sears gets to the rim. The screen from Bradshaw. Bradshaw, pump.
Nice hands.
It's Sears who got that piece of it. To knock it away. Sears denied. Foul call. So Everything we talked about defensively, they 59 against West Virginia, who was ranked 20th in the country back in 2015. 106-71. Most points allowed under Oates. Edwards.
Oh, good shots too. Perfection. Nice slip.
Nelson tried to crank it. He's fouled.
Love the way he sets his man up.
Splits defenders. And Nelson gets hacked. Burks is out of Decatur, Alabama. Dropping it inside, Nelson, and the finish by Diabate.
Nice pass by Nelson, too.
It's against Kentucky.
It was a little bit of a shocker, Bert, to me. It would be tooth and nail all the way to the end.
Another bucket for Diabate.
Flanagan working right of the circle, goes to the wing, stops, fires a pass inside, batted around, fought for, caroms off bodies, picked up under the pile by Griffin, who gives it out now to Nelson, to Sears. Mark looking to his left, nothing there, drives to his right, gets in the lane, gets to the rim and lays it up and in for two.
Was waiting on the ball screen, didn't use it because the defense was playing Mark to his left side, able to go right and finish with his weak hand, his right hand.
Thirdly roll there here in Oxford for the Rebels as Estrada drives right, goes down the lane, stops, fires a pass in the corner. Nelson fakes a three, drives and dishes. Estrada right wing. Estrada circling away from traffic, gives it outside to Sears. All alone, three-ball bottom. Great work there by Estrada, finding Sears, who buries the bank first three-pointer. And the lead goes to 13 again. Sears with it, top of the circle. Playing off the screen, drives in, tough leaner left-handed, crawled over the front rim, and Bama is back to within 11. Half of play. Here's Sears front court, playing off of a screen from Cosby. Now Davin, right side, three, routed around, popped up, and then fell back through the net. A big.
Then Jamarian Sharp gets the block shot, but fortunately, Bama gets it back.
Pringle back in for Alabama, replacing Diabate. Here's Estrada on the drive, spinning to his right, kicking it to Sears. Three, right wing, bottom. 38-34, Rebels with the lead, but Bama with the ball. Here's Estrada. Aaron on the timeline right side, works it up to the wing. Still has the dribble alive, gives it off to Sears. Sears off the screen from Stevenson, fires the pass to Griffin. Back to Sears. Sears on the drive, gets into the lane, got bumped off the glass, missed the layup, but goes to the line where he will shoot two. For Alabama, and I believe Rylan Griffin was the other guy who came in as Sears hits both. Is it 6 again for the Rebels? Final 15 seconds. Bama wants to hold it for one, says Nate Oates. Estrada trying to shake free from Flanagan at 10. Now at 8, drives, dishes, left side, Nelson. 4 to Sears at 3. Let's fly from deep, bottom, the half ends, and Bama does it right. Going to the locker room down 42-39. Mark Sears now with the bucket. Every time Bama takes the lead, Ole Miss ties it. They buried the three, but Estrada runs the other way. Gets it back out. Sears all alone. 3, too strong. Rebound tipped into the hands of Estrada. Estrada driving and dishing to Griffin in the corner. Skip pass near side. Nelson in the paint. Drives in, spins, hands it off, and Sears lays it in for 2.
Alabama getting great looks on the offensive end. Need to get stops on this end.
Mark's already got 20 with 16.5 to play, and Bama gets the steal. Here's Estrada weaving through traffic. Estrada on the drive, takes it underneath, throws it out. Sears thought about a 3, goes behind the back with a dribble, gets to the rim, has his shot blocked, but he got fouled.
Sears attacking the paint, taking the contact, and getting to the line.
86% overall on the year, and he gets 1 of 2. Claimed by the 7'5" big man Sharp. Rebels come the other way. They lose it, and here comes Sears on a run out. One man to beat, drives in, hands it off. Estrada the lay-in for 2. And a timeout, Ole Miss. 15:49 to go. 54-49 our score. It's Sears, 8 on the shot clock. Morrell with it, driving to the rim. Scoop shot laid up, no good. Rebounded by Pringle, and here comes Sears pushing it ahead. Bama by 4, 60-56. Sears trying to get down the lane, does. Top shot, it wouldn't go.
On with it this time. Able to take the ball inside to selection, but made that layup much more difficult.
By Ole Miss in Brakefield as Bama runs the other way. Griffin down the lane, off the glass and in. Been terrific from there.
And that was a mistake by Estrada. Just grabbed the jersey of Alan Flanagan and giving Ole Miss a couple at the strike.
Back to a 4-point game. Estrada driving to the left wing. Behind the back pass to Sears, who will drive down the lane. Around the horn, Cosby, near side three, bottom. Hadaway freshman, Davin Cosby Jr. knocks it down. A ball from the baseline, inbounded to Sears. Tied with it, up 5, the drive, Mark, the layup for 2. He's a lefty, but he went from the right to the left and got it to go in the... Up 9 again with 5:18 to go. 9 matches the biggest lead for Alabama. Sears, backdoor look, Stevenson, good catch in traffic. Goes up strong, got fouled in Brakefield, picks up the personal. That'll be his 4th. Backing it out, working against the defender Flanagan. Wants him one-on-one. Sears gives it off to Estrada. Estrada down low, Pringle. Pump fake, spins, lays it up and in for 2. What a move, Nick Pringle, as Bama now leads it with 4 minutes to go by a dozen. It's about a quarter step away from him. And then a foul on the inbounds play is going to...
Down a couple in this game, but Alabama trying to get the ball to what he's doing right now, and that's at the free throw line.
Sears hits 2 free throws.
Great case for the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. You don't have many coaches that win 800 games, and he just passed that mark.
Agreed. First-time nominee for that honor. Great ball movement by Alabama, but a missed 3 by Ryland Griffin. Sears knocks it down. As anybody in the country, it's obviously a very, very big part of the Nate Oates offensive scheme.
They want to get free throws, layups, plays at the rim, and open threes.
And so Mark Sears at the line. The foul, by the way, was a terrific player, but losing the services
per minute offensive rebounding is ridiculous. One of the best rates in the country.
Estrada, yes, the
succeed. They are content to do it, and they're supporting Dalton Connect.
Yeah, Rick Barnes said they embraced him immediately. Griffin, a good look, and hits it.
Rim.
Well, we mentioned Alabama is first in the nation in points per game. They're first in the nation in offensive efficiency per KenPom. They're 100th in the nation in defensive efficiency, though. Sears the bucket.
You're going to be a great case for first team all SEC, but also in the mix for player of the year. Like, he gets Meshack on his back. That's a Jalen Brunson type move. The strength that he shows, and Mark Sears shoots over 6 free throws a game. And coming into this game, he's made more threes on the season than Dalton Connect. And you mentioned he's second in the league in scoring, just under 21 points a game. Dalton Connect overall just under 21 points a game. But he's been more consistent with his numbers. Connect will have like a 39-point game. Mark Sears had 35 in a game against Purdue, but you know, he is so efficient and consistent this year relative to last. He's just made a huge jump. What a player.
Also averages better than 4 assists per game, better than 4 rebounds per game, and almost 2 steals per game.
Around the rim, not draw 2 defenders and have a wide open 3-point shooter.
Jaron Stevenson with a corner 3 won't go. Alabama 5 for 16 from 3 in this game.
Good offensive rebound by Wagi there. Got an extra possession.
And they pay it off with a Mark Sears 3.
Tried to stretch this out before halftime.
Wide open Ziegler. Can't hit the 3. Tennessee has had some good looks on recent trips, has not been able to convert. Now Alabama can tie or take the lead. And a Tennessee foul. 2-year guard among them. And he's come back to
those shot fakes, get defenders off the floor. You know he's going to do it, and he gets you to bite on it anyway.
Sears gets all the way to the glass, and it's a 4-point lead.
It was. When you show the ball, he takes it.
Stop and go, connect to Adu, and he has it taken away by Sears.
Just brought it down enough where the little guys could get to it.
Those darn little guys. Grant Nelson with a 3. And Alabama's lead grows to 6. Walters as well.
And Pringle picked up, remember, those 3 fouls in the first half.
Awaka in for James for Tennessee. Estrada the three. And what a player he is. Well traveled. St. Peter's, Oregon. The last 2 years with Hofstra, had a triple-double this week against Ole Miss, and he is having a great night.
You help off a little bit, you just kind of stun it, and all of a sudden Zakai Ziegler, you know, he's trying to protect.
Sears. Estrada. Boy, that is two talented, savvy guards right there.
Two guys making plays on the floor off 2 feet. And how about that little fake by Estrada to get the defense to bite before he went up with that left hand? That's big time.
At Buffalo, he said the concepts are the same, but I ran more set plays there, far fewer here.
Mark Sears was guarding inside, got switched off on a big guy, and just fought like crazy to make it tough.
And then a strong drive and finish for Sam Walters, the freshman from the Villages, Florida. Tennessee in transition. Connect knocked away by Sears.
What a great play by Mark Sears. Stop and go move.
Walters fouled on a three-point attempt by Connect.
Look at the pressure by Ziegler on Sears.
One of the better defenders in the country. I don't know how Sears knew Pringle was there, but he did. Give him another assist.
Tentative, not quite 100%. He's 100% now. That was a foul by Meshack. He's only got 4 team fouls.
I mean, their roots. Sears takes a bump and will shoot a couple.
He's got 2 program guys in Santiago.
Those guys will walk around and say, okay, next group in right now. They great shape. Will have a leg up on the other 2.
A good defense by Meshack.
Sears lays it in.
And they can run a little bit as well. 12th in the country, just a hair under 85 points a game. And it's an Alabama turnover, leads to a Florida run out. Nothing doing at the rim, and it is Alabama basketball.
I think Todd Golden, though, he's not married to that. You get 2 fouls, you come straight out.
Rebounded by Diabate. Raiders now enjoy a 4-point lead.
Great job by Samuels to get his feet underneath his shoulders and not rush it so he could power through the contact.
And here we go. Now Nelson answers. This is what Sears splits the defenders and gets all the way to the rack for his first field goal of the game. Start, Florida's really turned it up. Sears reverses it in.
Alabama, if you're a guard in this league and you can't play through contact, you can't score. Really well done by Pullen.
Sears
for a lot of us.
Yeah. He was honored, got his framed jersey before the game today on senior night. One of 6 active players in college basketball. Whoa, Sears is getting going now.
That is a beautiful defensive job by Florida so far. They just need to defend without fouling.
Sears able to get to the rim. He is
easy. We have 13 minutes left. We have to play so hard, and we have to get tougher, tougher, tougher.
15 of Florida's 65 points have come in transition.
But he's right there with Tristan Guard on both ends of the floor right now. Then that kid from Houston, Braden Smith at Purdue.
Nate Oates screaming instructions at his team. Sears down the paint and 1.
He was, again, scoring, going to his right. Just sometimes Ganton matching system. You can have orange 151, red orange 173, or brown 1535. We're at Billy Donovan Court. And the last repeat national champion came right out of Gainesville. And I will not be shocked at all if UConn doesn't win it again this year. They
said it was a foul on Nelson a few moments ago. It was obviously changed. He's still in the game. Celtics on ABC, and it's UFC 299.
He's also deserving to one of my top 5 guys in college ball this year, the free throw shooter. And you want him on the floor to close out games. And man, he's a liability right now in close games because of it.
Sears guides it in from the corner. He's got 1 for warm-ups, and some teams would only provide 1.
It's got to be the same ball that you're going to play with, though, is my point.
You would think. Sears transition three. And he buries that one.
He's go.
We had a little bit of a run-in with that huge black gate. There's other vehicles. Raise hell, praise Dale, boys.
On Alabama.
Jimmy, I think you just hit on something that's a huge advantage for coaches these days when it comes to recruiting. Instead of guessing
through point guard, and Zion pulling all those guys really good at that lead guard, and Nate Oates will talk about it again. He's been very transparent with all of us and his team. Defensively right now, they've all of college basketball. Think about this. The team picked dead last.
Yep.
Dead last is playing the team picked first.
Arkansas, their second best offense is those bigs rolling out of it and making plays.
Walters from the corner skips off, but Nelson cleans it up. He steals in that game. Estrada dumps it off. Nelson couldn't finish the flush. Here's Battle.
Clicking.
Sears trying to make something happen. Able to share. And it's...
We have a league full of outstanding SIDs, and Mike Kaywood leads the charge.
There's Sears in the corner for his first field goal attempt.
Tom, go back and grade any game film. So many points are decided off those out of timeouts.
Over for Alabama. Meanwhile, the Razorbacks have made 7 of their last 8. Ellis trying to get the offense started. Battle looking for Mitchell, and a battle inside of Mitchell. Fouls Sears trying to find some space.
A good job by Sears as an undersized defender to circle the post. He didn't just try to establish one defensive guarding position. Continued to fight, continued to circle. As a result, Mitchell got frustrated with the elbow. Smart defensive play by an undersized guard in a bad spot. 10-0 run, faster than anybody else in college basketball. And they score such a high percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock, one of the top 3 teams in the country. There you go.
Sears is the catalyst, the leading scorer in the league, has his second triple.
Yeah, he works.
Sears finding his flow.
Multiple ways to get him open. He misdirection. He runs to his left, and then the foot race back to the right. Kind of a staggered screen up top that we see in transition a lot of.
Good defense by Nelson to turn around Ellis. And a hand in his face. Ellis turns it over.
% better off of catch and shoot threes than he is off the bounce. Watch out.
To Sears. Got it.
Can't get hung up in traffic. You cannot get hung up in traffic with Sears in transition.
Hasn't done anything in this game. He usually gives him 13.5 a contest. And he nearly turned it over. Here's Sears now. And a whistle.
Then there's a head coach. You want the right official making the right.
And his mom, Lamika, helping as much.
In the cookie jar. It's working.
Battle late in the shot clock. Went through 3.
And just fight his way to the free throw line.
His last 28.
He's on a couple of weeks.
He does not lack for confidence.
What would your number have been if you went with that theory when you played?
99 is the largest number you can put on a jersey, so free throws. Here's Sears.
Tom, it took us a while to get there, but another intense battle in the SEC on the last day of regular season play.
Estrada gets turned around. And around Pringle and lays it in for his first bucket of the game.
3 to tie, but couldn't get it to go. Sears with the basketball, handing it off to Walters. Sam on the drive to the rim, off the glass, no good, but he's fouled. Willed that one in to make it a 10-point Hog lead. Here's Sears going the other direction. Goes to the rack, off the glass and in. Count it, an and one opportunity for Mark Sears. Sears shooting 1, trying to make it a 7-point game. And he does. Seconds left to play. Ellis with the dribble, working against Pringle. Throws it low post. Mitchell working against Sears. Mitchell trying to back his way down. Spin, shoots, misses. Rebound fought for. Walters had it, but a tie-up's going to be called, and the arrow will favor Alabama. Alabama had 9 fouls. That's right. That is the 16th foul. Alabama inbounds it. Sears to the rack. Up, no, but he got fouled, and he'll go to the line for an over.
It is a change in officiating this year where they're waiting.
some ball games. Now, make no mistake, they have been boat raced in several, but they have also battled many teams to the wire, as they are Alabama. In fact, they've got the lead right now by 4. Here's Sears with it, driving, stopping, backing it out beyond the arc. Sears circles away from trouble, goes down the lane, gets hacked, knocked to the deck, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
College basketball this time of year needs rest, and a lot of times when really good free.
Here comes Bama the other way. Really need a bucket here. 64-57, 6:45 to play. A lot of time left, but needs some momentum gained again. Here's Sears driving, dishing to Nelson. Nelson will work his way into the paint. He'll stop, he'll spin, he'll shoot the little jump hook. Got it to go. Lead with 3:38 to go. Here's Sears with it front court for Alabama. Sears playing off of a screen, driving, kicking in the corner. Nelson. He'll let it go from 3. Bottom. Huge make there for Alabama. And for Grant Nelson, that is the 6th bank first 3 of the day. They've never led. Estrada with it. Giving it off to Sears. Every possession matters. Reitzel for 3. Bottom. Huge make, Latrell Reitzel. Alabama to within 4 again with 2:26 to go.
Looks.
Estrada working left side. Giving it off to Sears. Sears being pushed by Davis, no whistle. He'll drive and dish to Nelson in the corner for 3. Bottom, he did it again. Grant Nelson is 2nd. Bank first 3 in the last 2 minutes. Right at 9. 8, battle, going downhill. Hands it off, Mitchell. Missed the dunk. Rebound claimed by Bama. Nelson flips it ahead, Estrada. Estrada spinning left, giving it off to Pringle. Pringle to Sears. Sears out to Reitzel. Fakes the 3. Steps back for the tie. Bottom. Let's start over. Tied at 74. 20 seconds remain. Are picked up by Sears and then Nelson. Now Mark pushes it ahead. Bama looking for its first lead. Sears circles away from traffic to Nelson. Back to Sears. Sears working against the bigger defender Mitchell. Sears on the near wing. Crosses over. Down the lane. Back out Estrada. Estrada. Bounce pass inside. Pringle got fouled. A late whistle and he'll go to the line. Mark with it for Arkansas. Mark against Nelson. Lost it. Grant took it away. Here comes Bama. Mark Sears to the rim. Lays it in. Bama by 4 with 1:38 to go.
What a huge stop as Arkansas gets the timeout. Grant Nelson able to give ground, defend without fouling. That started the Alabama fast break. Bama up 4 with 1:38 to play.
He will try to help deny anybody coming to the ball, including Sears, or especially Sears. Bama's got to hurry. They get it into Mark. Mark will flip it ahead. Walters will drive in to the rack for the flush. Bama by 4 with 3 seconds to go.
He had 13 quick ones last night. It was quiet after that.
Estrada for 3. Got it.
Florida's bigs can't make those little floaters in the lane. It's just a numbers game. Good news for Alabama fans is Rylan Griffin, who had that injury, has come back into the lineup. He's a big key to them.
Pulling, dancing with Nelson. They brought help out in the form of Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Clayton challenged 3 is wide left. And he went to the free throw line 3 times and went a perfect 6 for 6 from the line. Pulling with the push-off. Todd Golden not happy.
Well, they have been unable to guard the ball without getting blown by. And so for Sears to cut Pulling off there, and first team
from Perth, Australia. Jaron Stevenson on the floor for Bama. Here's Griffin. And back to their leading scorer, Sears. All conference versus all conference, and Sears wins this one. Mark Sears.
I thought it was awesome how you got him rapid too. Right in the middle of the shoot-around.
Well, he's rolling in his 5.0. Sears finds Nelson, dive and dunk. Sears bounces it to Nelson. Shares it to Pringle for the jam. Under 6 to play in the first half, and Sears playing with 2 personal fouls. Turns his back and reverses it in with incredible body control and vision. Well, right there, despite the fact that Alabama has led the entire game, Sears with a shake gets the board. Sears dumps for Estrada in transition for the Gators. Estrada right down the paint. Pump fake, and he sneaks it in.
you want to be as a college head coach.
Sears hard into Hanlongton. And make no mistake, revenue, one big reason these coaches want to stay here, and after high-profile jobs opened up, gives Florida its largest lead of the game. Shoals High School.
That's the coolest burst I've ever seen.
Wasn't a chance they're going to win the game, so he could whittle the deficit to single digits. The difference in their rating, .000.
When you see a trailing coach call a timeout late,
where's the purse? Sears penetrates and takes it off the glass.
There, but now all of a sudden you got 7-seed A&M, and then Mississippi State, what, 8 or 9, still alive?
I think he served the community that night.
In and out, they can get some quick transition buckets here. They can get some little run. Try to get this thing to a manageable number. It's just not. It's going to bring Pringle in to try to get a little bit more physical this game, saying, hey, Florida imposed their will on us, and they threw the first punch, but 40 minutes of basketball. And other than that start.
Sears to Nelson. Oh, man. And then Sears fighting for it. Gets it to Estrada for the layup.
That's why he's a first-team All-SEC guy. When you're down 22, you don't typically see this type of effort. But watch Sears and White here. That he's going to be the first to the deck. Dive on this loose ball. Get it to Estrada for the 2.
No. Sears off the window.
A little bit showing you the right, then switches it last minute with the left.
Pringle can't stop popping and got another jam. He's got a dozen. 0 for 2. Talk to Mark Sears about his growth as a player this season, and they lost so much talent off of last year's team, including.
We said at the start, not only one of the best players in the SEC, you could argue he's the most improved player in the league as well.
Yeah, he and Shawnee's would be up for that conversation. Griffin in transition. Team. And then they went in midweek to Florida on the Gators senior night and lost their second in a row. Sears with a beautiful reverse.
And they've continued that hot streak in this SEC tournament.
51% shooting, including 7 of 20 from deep for this Florida team. Doc Golden able to
come away with it early February.
Side to Griffin. Ryland a pump fake and then a feed to Sears. He'll drive in. Tough shot of the lane. Got it to go and Bama Cougars. Now Sears running to the other end.
Defense right now. Alabama.
Sears shooting the first. Tide joining Estrada and Sears. Backdoor look deflected by Mark.
He did a nice job right there.
Sears a deep 3 near side bottom. Man. Mark will head into the front court. Cougars filled in nicely, but he'll drive in. Tough shot off the glass.
So allows you to get at the line for 2.
Sears ties it. Here's Griffin with the basketball. Feeding it off. Sears, tough drive right. And here comes Sears, front court for the Tide. Gives it off to Reitzel. Catch and shoot 3. Now, Mark trying to work away from traffic. Gets into the paint, steps through. Tough shot off the glass. Pitch with it. Handing it off near side. Rogers. He'll drive to the right. Goes down the lane. Lost it. Scrambled. Picked up by Nelson. Into Mark playing off of a screen. Lets it fly from deep. Bottom. Controlled by Bama. Ahead now to Sears. Mark gives it off. Stevenson. Corner 3. Bottom. 7 on the Crimson Tide, but man, there aren't many any better than Nate Oates coming out of a timeout. Set up Sears with it. Sears working downhill, going down the lane, off the glass for the Crimson Tide with 17.5 minutes to go. Near side, Mark crossing over, stepping back, deep 3. Boys, he hot today.
Wide open and knocks down another one.
Fulton, his pass stolen away. Sears to the rim, lays it in for 2. He's got 25, and he's playing defense, too, and the Tide's rolling up by 20, and, boy, Mama's loving it. Timeout, Charleston. Mama Sears loving what Mark Christopher is doing here in Spokane, Washington, and we are, too. Timeout on the floor. 17:05 to play. Wants a clear out. Plays off a screen from Diabate. Gets bumped, kicks it in the corner. Stevenson, catch and shoot three. Away from traffic. Berzovic cut him off. Now Sears driving all the way to the rim. But the Cougars were able to keep possession and work to the other end. Sears on the drive, hands it off. Wahi the flush. As now Sears will drive, fires the pass right side. Estrada, three. Driving to his left, going downhill. Got 30 for Mark Sears. With Estrada losing it, giving it back to Sears. Tries for three, and that's a great way to start. 35 to go in the opening half. Here's Sears the other way for Bama. Into the paint, the kick, Griffin right side, three, bottom. Left wing, he will hand it off to Sears. Back to Pringle, goes inside. Pocket 5, now they go with it to Blackshear. At 2, at 1, stolen away by Sears. Here comes Estrada the other way to the trailer. Sears steps in, deep three, bottom. Ball's batted around and controlled by the Tide. Here comes Sears front court. Mark going down the lane, whips a pass left side to Griffin. Ryland gets into the lane, lays it up. 7 and moving here in the opening half. It's Reitzel on the drive, going down the lane. Too strong, long rebound, picked up by Sears. Mark in the lane, lays it up and in. What a goes to Sears. Mark out high at 11, at 10, goes left at 9, hands it off. Estrada lopes with the basketball. It's Harrison kicking it into the far corner to Moore. Moore will get it into the paint. Got away with a push off on Sears. Got away with a shoulder on Sears. Barely taken away, and it is by Bama. Here comes Sears, giving it ahead. Stevenson the flush. Bama coming the other way. Sears going downhill to the rack. It is blocked after it hit the glass. Bo kicking out to McLaughlin. McLaughlin driving, trying to back his way down, getting away with pushing twice. Knocked away by Sears. On Harrison, Bama, three, bottom, Mark Sears.
To force a difficult shot.
Sears on the drive, getting into the lane, spinning, kicking. Walters, come on, baby. Getting it front court. Mark on the near wing, going downhill, kicks it in the corner. Sam again, three, bottom. To Stevenson. Jaron will hand it back to Mark. Mark hesitates, goes down the lane, runner off the glass. Pringle to Sears. Mark left alone, dead on, three, bottom is right. Harrison on the drive, loses it out of bounds. And we'll see Brennan leave the game because I believe he got popped in the face, or at least trying to add to a three-point lead late. 6, gives it to Pringle. Nice feed inside, Diabate, left-handed shot, he's good! Sears at 6, Sears at 5, Sears to the rack, inside, Pringle the flush!
2.
First free throw up and good. 6 assists and 3 steals with 13:55 to go in the opening half. Sears trying to shake free, gets into the lane. He'll drive, he'll shoot over the right hand, blocked by Ryan. They're going to blow the whistle and say it was out of bounds or a foul. That's going to be a foul called.
Mark has not gotten a look, but
it's upcoming. And that one is good as well. Double team, gives it to Withers now. Throws it right into the hands of Mark Sears. A takeaway for the Tide. Sears hesitates, trying to drive. Got fouled on the floor. 32 as the inbounds goes to Walters. Now to Sears. Steps back. Deep three. Bottom. That was a great look for Mark Sears. His first bank first three.
Why you got to defend the ball. Help came, and the dunk was a result.
Pringle at the elbow, a bounce pass to Sears. Short corner jumper from 8 feet is good.
Did against Grand Canyon.
Inbounding it, Sears. Catch and shoot three. Bottom. Oh, baby, knock it down, Mark Sears. Left wing gives it up to Pringle, hands it off to Sears. Mark driving down the lane, splitting defenders, laying it up and in. Great move, Mark Sears. Gives it off to Sears, running down the left sideline. Driving to the basket, gets to the rim, lays it up and in for 2. Quite a start for Mark Sears. He's got 14. By Davis, and he'll run it down the sideline for the Tar Heels. Now he'll run it down the lane. He'll feed it off, but right to Mark Sears. The chance opportunity upcoming for the Crimson Tide. Great feed. Sears layup good for 2. Nick.
That was big what Ryland was able to do on both ends of the floor.
Pringle on the drive, hands it off. Nelson got bumped.
5+ minutes.
Bama with the ball down 3. We've got 14:37 to go. Sears to the wing, a bounce pass. Nelson fakes the 3, drives to the rim, short, rebounded his own miss, puts it up. No, but he's fouled. Our Heels after trailing by as many as 10 in the first half. Right side, driving, Ryan. Bama will run the other way, down 6. Now it's Griffin, steps into a 3, bottom. Big bank first 3 there. Timeout, Nate Oates in Alabama. 8:10 remains. A 3-point game between the 4-seed Alabama and #1 Carolina. Sears trying to get downhill, gets to the rim, lays it up and in. 1-point game. Los Angeles, Bama and Clemson playing way out west to get to the Final Four. Stevenson inside.
Another one at point-blank range. That's 3 wide-open layups.
I simply meant the catch and the layup in one motion when I said that, but Sears gets it done on the backdoor feed. 3:56 to go in the half. Here's Gerard throwing it inside Hall. Stripped away, nearly stolen by Sears, then Hall. Basketball, surveying the floor, goes to the top of the arc. Steps back, deep 3 from dead on, and it's bottom. Oh, he's heating up. Mark Christopher Sears, and the Tide can feel it now, up 5 with 1:38 to go in the half. Driving, getting downhill, getting out to Sears, all alone, left wing 3, bottom. We'll take that all night long. Griffin, he'll pivot, gives it off to Sears. Mark, looking low, finds Nelson, hands it off. Pringle the flush. Mark, working against the defender, has it right side. Steps back, deep 3, bottom. Mark Sears. Muscle Shoals native, knocks it home. He's got 11. Here's the other way. Mark Sears going left. Sears looking, firing, near side. Open 3, bottom. How about the youngin'? Jaron Stevenson to his right. Stops, looks, fires it back to Mark. Deep 3, bottom. Mark Sears gets it done. Another bank first 3. He's got 14. Next rebound. Bama the other way. Driving Pringle. Sears. Let it go, baby. Oh, yeah. Tide heating up. Leading it 68-59. Up 6 with 5 minutes to go. Estrada to Griffin to Sears. In the corner. 3. Bottom. Mark Sears. Mark Christopher Sears getting it done. Looking at us. Mark just said it's over. Go play D, baby. It ain't yet. Backs it out. Will go against Godfrey, their best defender. Sears driving left, crossing over, stepping back, deep 3. Bottom. Oh, Mark Sears. A bank first 3. And a stoppage in play briefly. I'm not really sure what for, but 1:11 to go. Bama by 7.
Give it up. Pringle on the feed for Sears. He is fouled. So will sit. Sears working to get a shot. He does. And Sears, who can make off-balance deliveries like that look easy. And a rebound to Sears. Alabama can take the lead. Early offense. Reitzel got a 3.
And has so much confidence right there. Latrell Reitzel off the bench. Potent from downtown.
And that was 10 feet behind the line.
But great awareness, too, by Sears to find him.
He brings all-around skills to this Alabama squad. Sears hesitation. The lane opens up, and Sears takes full advantage. How about down? Sears threads the needle. Walking around the perimeter. Griffin lines it up. Buries a 3.
And worst shooting games from 3 in this tournament.
Reitzel. Wow. Count it for 3. 6 points now for Cam Spencer. And UConn leads at 38-33. The drive. Sears works it. To advance to the national championship game. It's all coming up. AT&T at the half. The jumper is smooth for Mark Sears. 8 seconds left.
And he's very good in the back, helping out too.
Sears. Reload. Sears puts it up and in. Griffin. Now Sears gets involved. Sears trying to turn the corner. Griffin got him. Grant's
patience right there. Twice going at Klingon, finding the open man.
Nelson lost it to Klingon. Trying to save, they do. Sears, the corner pop goes for 3.
Again with that dribble drive.
Give it up.
Look at the hustle by Castle.
Sears. Oh, he takes those steps to the rim. We're going to hit the 8-minute mark. Sears, ball fake. Sears. Oh, he corkscrews in for 2 and the foul. He's an 85% shooter. And once again, Newton is down 5 on 4. Spencer.
Guys from Hudson County don't sleep. You knew that they were going to make that adjustment. They backed off and took it away from them. Wow.
Sears nails a long triple.
Talk about a tough-minded guy.